Chevster. What is he wandered in here?
Let's go.
He doesn't like it. He doesn't want to be on camera. He doesn't want to be carried. All right, then. Yeah.
1, 2.
Yo! Good to see you. Good to see you. Hello, everybody. Hello, 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 hello. Oh, there's music playing, I'm sure. Let's not show off too much chest here, right? Not trying to get everybody. Oh, no.
From the top, let's go.
Hello, howdy, good to see you. Crane, Fletchy Bean, Fleur, Camphor, Exor. Thank you for the 30 months. Thank you for the 30 months, much appreciated. Tig, thank you for the 8 months. Yo, Big A, you're going to the Vegas F1 race this year? You know what? I'm such a big diehard F1 fan that I'm going to skip it this year because I couldn't bear. I couldn't bear to see my favorite racer not win it. Raffle SQ, thank you for the 7 months. Lucas Price, thank you for the 10. Brinskis, thank you for the 24 months. Nano Splitter. Let me take this timer out of the title. Lucid Trick, thank you for the 14 months. Love watching a Brandon Ewing stream. Just say Atrioc. It's fine. It's fine. Smoke weed stream win. Interesting. They always ask for a Marketing Monday, and then when I do the Marketing Monday, they ask for a smoke weed stream. You can never truly please the audience. Imagine I just didn't do the presentation today. Imagine let me put the timer up. Let's get the timer going. I have a lot to do today. It's not Elon starts in. Marketing Monday starts in. And let's get my full 30-minute timer. And we will do a timer, and we will do Marketing Monday, and then we have a brand new album. We got a bunch of stuff today. It's a big day. Certainly a big day. But so much to talk about. How many times do we reset the timer? I don't know. But if I reset it 4 times and you bring it up, then I'll ban you. This doesn't even fit, bro. This doesn't even fit. How do I fucking... I want it to be on 2. There we go. And that's why he's the GOAT, folks. That's why he's the GOAT. Yo, Big A, my vape. Wow, keep me updated on your vape. My vape perma died today, and I have exactly $2.52 in my bank account. What stock do you recommend investing in to get $20 in a day? It seems like you're in the right financial situation to start investing in stocks. I can tell you that, like, right when you're on your last $2.50 with a broken vape, that's the best time to get into the stock market. That's the best time to, like, start trying to grow your capital. The last thing you need, this is good advice. The last thing you want is an emergency fund. Yuck. Don't ever build that up. All of your money, even if you have almost no income, should be going towards risky, high risky bets. Ideally in the stock market, but even better in the sports gambling. NFTs, crypto. These things can grow your money guaranteed. There's just no downside. What I would invest, here's what I would do. Take your $2.50, invest in a vape stock. Okay? That way, not only will it guaranteed go to the moon, make you a bunch of money, but also you'll own a piece of a vape company. Probably get a discount on your future vape. You're fucking... Go straight to the Sabak table. Okay, so I have a confession to make. I played Sabak again offline. I'm actually addicted. Thank God there's no money on it. If Sabak was real and there was a table, I would fucking punt. That shit's fun as fuck. That shit is fun. That's the best part of that game. I can't believe they wasted time adding all that open world around an excellent gambling game, Sabak. No time to talk about Sabak. I'm freaking out. Is this real? You're freaking out. Is this real? Wow. Yeah. No, that's
Edge.
That's real. Yeah. It's real that your brain is truly rotted. Because that's on your algorithm. That's on your algorithm. That's what you like. That's the thing. That's not only do you like that kind of content, but you like share it. You're long gone. You're actually probably beyond saving. I don't even think you should watch today. I don't even think you should watch today, bro. I think you're cooked. The M-Dub, they have the 21 months. 21, I'm finally legal. 21 months would not make you legal for anything. Except, I guess, growing teeth? When do you start growing teeth? No, that wouldn't make you legal for anything. A child tax credit of some sort. Hey, Big A, any chance you play more Outlaw Sabak? Probably not. I mean, maybe. On an off day, but I don't think I'll beat that game. The reviews aren't that great. Maybe I won't throw it out there, but I might just play a different game. You know, I kind of want to have this vibe where I just jump in. You know, whatever I want to play that day, we just do it, and then we fucking. I enjoyed gambling, but I don't know that I want to grind out that gigantic open world game that people don't seem to be fucking with. Also, I heard. I don't know if anybody watched yesterday. I played the new Star Wars Outlaws because I like Star Wars. But there was these sections of the game, stealth sections, where you have to just creep around, and there's not many good mechanics for it, and then they catch you, and then it goes, caught! And you just restart at the beginning. And it's, like, really lame. And apparently there's, like, a million of those sections. Like, that's, like, the majority of the game. And that was, like, the least fun part for me by far. I don't know who at Ubisoft was like, yes, this is what gamers want. This is non-negotiable. We must have a gigantic caught screen. I don't know. That's crazy. It's Ubisoft that don't have the forethought. Dude, Ubisoft, low-key, high-key, Thor's bro, is really starting to reap what they've sown here. Ubisoft stock. You know, 2021 riding high, really, really down. They're just not turning money into more money, which is what a company should do. They're spending money on games, and the games aren't selling that well. Yeah, their reputation's really caught up to them, which is funny because, like, even a company like CD Projekt Red is bouncing back, you know? Like, this is CDPR over the last year. Like, even them after the Cyberpunk launch, is it, like, regaining trust with people? And Ubisoft is not. EA, I think, is doing pretty well. Yeah, exactly. So, honestly, there could be a video on EA being a bit of a corner turn. They're not going to stop printing money with Ultimate Team packs or anything, but like their last game, the one that Stan's got hooked on, apparently didn't require so much microtransactions. It was actually pretty chill, and like they're clearly learning what they can and can't put. Like EA is like the evil person that's figuring out how to do it. Ubisoft's like evil idiot. I can definitely see EA still making money. Nintendo's gonna buy Ubisoft and make 15 billion more Mario plus Rabbids games. It's a terrible idea. 15 billion of the same game? That doesn't seem like who's gonna buy? That's a lot. That's just too many. We should be so lucky. Dude, I remember this is a memory I have. I was staying at Jaywitz's house. If you guys know Jaywitz, he is an old school Nintendo YouTuber that I worked with at Twitch. Really good guy. Anyway, I was staying with him for like a few days, maybe. And I was at his house. And he left a pile of papers on his desk, on his pool table, actually. And I'm like looking at him. I'm not nosy. It was like right there. This is front page. And it was Ubisoft paying him like 15 grand to play Mario Rabbids or Raving Rabbids or whatever. And I was like, holy shit, that's fucking sick. I was like, damn, that's fucking awesome. And then I was like, you know what? I should start streaming. I should start making content. Did you watch Joe's and Pokemon Cypher? Yeah, dude. I did. I used to sit next to him at work and I would repeat the Cypher lines. I would say, just call me Kirby. Because that's how he ended it. Yeah, Jay Witz is the fucking man, dude. He's just a great guy. I'll watch the Smash. I'll watch all the Cyphers, but that's the one I used to. That was the one I... Perfect colleague. I was a terrible... No, I was actually a great coworker for vibes at Twitch. I was the ultimate vibes coworker. Atrioc, I recently found out my friend's dad is the director of spare parts at Boeing. Anyway, when I found out, I spent 20 minutes shitting on the company. That's not very nice. Wait, so I'm sorry, you weren't talking about Boeing. Then your friend said, my dad works there, and then you spent 20 minutes shitting on the company. Just to make him feel bad about his dad or what? I don't... Also, director of spare parts is a crazy... That's... They shouldn't have any. It's like when you buy an IKEA couch and you finish building it and you're like, wait, why do I have all this shit left over? I must have built it wrong. That's Boeing. They put together the plane. They're like, wait, why do we have all this extra shit? What went wrong? Why do we have all these door screws? Just chuck it in the pile. Atrioc, I'm going to UK to study engineering. Am I cooked? I know that I am critical of the UK economy. Just going there doesn't mean you're permanently cooked for life. You're going to study engineering. It's fine. They have good school. It's not like it's contagious. It's, if you start saying, oi, brav, maybe it's trouble, but otherwise you're fine. It's like a felony when applying for jobs. Yeah. They'll ask you. If you try to get a real job, not a UK job, but a real one, they'll ask you. Just a standard question. Have you ever been or ever planned to go to the UK? And the answer is default no. And everyone just checks no. But if you ever even hesitate, then they know. Then they've got you. Then they've got you. What is this? Atrioc. Hello, Link. It's good to see you. Oh, I've seen this. I might even talk about it later. Another month, another sub unnoticed. Soviet water. Oh, no. Eeyore over here, dude. Thank you for the sub. I read it, okay? Another month. Another sub unnoticed by Big A. I work so hard. Lava Mob, thank you for the 27 months. Chompers, thank you for the 30 months. 30 months, and hopefully many more to come. That's very nice of you to say. Aver3C, thank you for the 17 months. Hey, Atrioc, I got the whole Red Rising book for my birthday. I'm sorry, you got the whole book? What is that? As opposed to your parents ripping out the first 3 chapters couldn't get past it because it was too complicated. Decided to donate to the local library to cue them with the Atrioc flu. I have no problem if you didn't like it or want to read it, and I think it's cool that you donated to a local library, so I'm not even mad at you. I invested all my savings into shorting NVIDIA based on your suggestion, and now I'm a multimillionaire. Thank you, big guy. I did not suggest that. That's Linkus. Linkus, thank you for the 33 months. Congrats on being a multimillionaire. I did not suggest that. All I simply preached was caution. Certainly. I'm so excited for Linkus's wedding, folks. Folks, I can't wait to go to Linkus's wedding. Shoot some guns in the air, have a good old-fashioned American barbecue, and just fucking bro down. I'm very excited. Hey, Linkus, are we doing a Green Day concert or what? Can you give me the details on that? I haven't bought my flights yet. I'm a little bit late on the flight buying, and I was deciding what day to leave because I thought we might do Green Day, and I didn't know what you're... Sorry to do this publicly, but you should message me. You should message me, and then we'll figure it out. Anyway, I did get my suit though. So how about that? I'm gonna look so fucking fresh at Linkus's wedding. I'm gonna be fresh to fucking death, bro. I got this. I mean, he sent me this suit, and he's like, "Hey, everyone in my groomsmen should buy this suit so they all match." And obviously, I thought about doing that, but like, I wanted to stand out. So instead, I got a way cooler, like way flashier, like almost diamond studded suit. That like really pops, and I'm gonna wear like a big, like a fur almost, and like a pimp cane, and I just want like people to notice me, you know. And I'm also gonna give a little bit of a speech that he doesn't know about either. Big cowboy hat. Good call. And then I'm gonna repropose to Ari there. So like right before they're about to get married, I'm gonna go down on one knee and repropose to my wife that I'm already married to, just so like I feel like it's not fair if I don't get a little bit of attention, and I will be streaming it as well, so everyone can tune in. If you're not going to Linkus's wedding, it'll be a blast. Because I think the number one thing about wedding guests is like people that have weddings are often nervous about the attention. You know, I think Linkus and Mavis are like, oh, I don't want all these people staring at us. It's like, I hope someone else makes it about them so they can keep the spotlight. You know, it's like, I don't, and so I'm like, all right, I'll do it. I'll jump on that grenade for you. I will do that. And I'm very excited to help them out. Sort of a hero thing. I'm going to show up wearing 100 shirts. Look at me. Oh, I have so many shirts on. This is comical. Yeah, it's going to be great. Gonna be great. It's gonna be a fantastic time. No, I'm very excited. It'll be fun. But that's not funny. That's really disrespectful. Actually, Big A, that's actually not a cool thing to do at a wedding. It's actually, you're actually crossing the line there. I think if you showed up in 100 shirts, they would be distracting from their big day. You got the tan suit? I saw Obama did a little tan suit meme joke on Kamala. They leaned into it. But you know what's funny is it's not a joke to me. Okay? A president wearing a tan suit is not a meme. It's not a joke to me. It's a real fucking, it's an offense. Like, whether it's Kamala, whether it's Obama, whether it's anyone, unless it's a white man, then it's okay. Obviously, I wouldn't be mad if George Bush or someone wore it, but anyone else, it's like, it just feels like it's just too far. It just feels like a disrespecting of the office. I can excuse war crimes, but I draw the line at wearing a tan suit. Exactly. You need to fork over an invite for the wedding to me now. I don't make the invites because I am a guest. You'll have to ask Linkus in his chat over and over and over. That's what I would recommend doing. Go to Linkus's chat every day and ask him over and over for a wedding invite. That would be a clever... Rars, thank you for the 34 months. Thank you for the 34 months. Is this stream quiet for anyone else, or is my shit fucked? I think your shit's fucked, but I could be wrong. Like, I'm seeing a nice deep yellow when I talk. Green into yellow. Yellow, yellow, yellow. I think it's fine. I think it sounds good, bro. I don't think it's quiet. I think your shit fucked, bro. Yikes. Yikes. Thank you for the subs, everybody. Rars, Bouncy, Jacko Casino, Cheek Ib, thank you for the 13 months. JJ, thank you for the 44 months. Phoenix Lee, thank you for the 8 months. Do you have any advice on how to recommend Red Rising? Because it's hard to explain the plot because of unreasonably large spoiler earlier in the book. This is what I say every time. Okay. Imagine that we send a group of people on the first ships, the early ships to Mars, to terraform it so that humans can one day live there. And they have to live deep underground, and they have to work grueling jobs, and they have to be down there mining and slaving away. But they know in the future it'll be worth it because they will build the place up so that humans can finally live there. What if, in chapter 1, the people down there realize that all of that happened a long time ago? And actually, if they look on the surface, everyone's already living there, and they're still down there. What if that? That's the setup. That's the book. That's not a spoiler. And if it is, I don't give a shit because I said that before, and that's what sold book copies. People want to know why it's interesting. It's also on the back cover of the book. It's interesting. It's an interesting setup, and if you're interested, check it out. Big A, do you think you'll be selling Enron crew next anytime? I don't know about that, but hats for sure. I missed the name of the book. It's called Red Rising. I've talked about it many times. But the one I'm reading now is called The Will of the Many, which is about a society where I can give a part of my will, my life force, my energy, my brain power, my stamina, my whatever. I can give it to somebody else. And society operates in a bit of like a pyramid structure where people at the bottom are glassy-eyed and all of their will is sapped by those on the top who get to live vibrant lives. It's obviously a bit of a metaphor. But in a fun and interesting way. And the main character is someone outside that system, a Sigma, if you will, outside the pyramid, who wants to disrupt the whole thing. But to do that has to go deep undercover inside the academy of the elite. Very interesting. Very interesting. You still reading it? No, I finished it. I finished it when I was with my family. That's literally the plot of the second resume? No, it's the first one. Idiot. The Academy's the first book. I know we disqualified the thought, but a BBL would elevate Marketing Monday. Can we legitimately consider it on the stream? Just writing it in a fancier way does not make your request less asinine. And I emphasis on the ass. Okay? I am not going to get... I also don't show my ass on stream. So a BBL would not help. If anything, it would fuck up the camera angle. Because I'd be like this. You know what I'm saying? Someone said, bro, you walk to the door all the time. It's like, oh, then I should get a BBL then. Because I'm always walking to the door. Fucking psycho. Hey, Atrioc, how many cigarettes could you smoke in 2 minutes and 30 seconds? How many cigarettes? And honestly, my honest truth, I don't even know if I could finish one. I've never smoked a cigarette. Straight up. Never done it. I feel like I'd start coughing like a... I'd go... Yikes. That was cool. I smoke weed sometimes at parties. I have a brownie, but I don't smoke cigs. Do I? You need something more addictive and destructive in your system. I have that. It's called sabak. It's nerdier. It's worse for me. It's waste my time. It's called. It's called fucking Twitch streaming, bro. It rots my brain. What are your thoughts on Gen Alpha doing Galaxy Gas, aka Whippets? Why the fuck am I every day I'm hearing about a new fucking nickname for Whippets? Galaxy Gas? What the fuck is it? Why is it called Galaxy Gas? Oh, it's the brand, huh? Anyway, my thoughts on it are in the Kanye video. I think it's bad, dude. It feels like it fucking kills your brain cells. Like, I think that's directly what it does. It just fucking cuts off oxygen to your brain cells and gives you like a weird high, but then it's like bad. It's like really bad. Who needs them? Although, I guess it's fine. I would say it's bad for a regular person, but if you're an Atrioc chatter, you have so many extra brain cells from watching Get Smarter Saturdays that you can afford to lose a few. You're kind of like, what was her name? Sage from The Boys. You can dig around up there because you have so much brain power that like it levels you. It makes you. Yeah, that's probably fine. I think that's fair. Atrioc, I've been watching you for 2 years. I got a game for you. You're a first-time chatter. This is your first chat message, and you said it like you're the fucking Joker or you're the Saw guy. I'm off put. You're Jigsaw. Hey, Atrioc, first time chatter here. I have a game for you. You're not a first time chatter. You have 999 plus messages. It's funny that it cuts off after 999 because so many of you have thousands and thousands and thousands, but it won't tell me that. And I wish it would because then I could really know. Just count them. Good idea. Hey, Atrioc, first time chatter here. You're going to play Wukong? You're not a first time chatter. You also have 999 plus. And I don't know if I'll play Wukong. I probably will eventually, but I have too many games. There's too many games for me to play, folks. Pikachu, thank you for the 10 months. Anyway, we're going to start your Marketing Monday here in just about a few minutes. Lots to talk about. Let me save this. Yeah, saved. And then close it. And then this is all ready. And we're on slide 1. Yeah, good. And this is ready, and this is ready, and I feel good about it. Yeah, I don't think there's anything to worry about. Cool, good, sick. Look at bro running his first stream. All right, chill out. Sup, Big Pimp? You good? I am. Thanks for asking. And thanks for using my proper name, Big Pimp. You ever think you'll take chat off screen of Marketing Monday YouTube videos? Probably not. I think one of the coolest things about Marketing Monday, if I'm going to toot my own horn a bit, is that it's delivered live. Because that makes it exponentially more difficult and requires you to actually understand it on a deeper level. Delivering us something live without a script is incredible. It's a true cinema masterpiece. Hey, Atrioc, have you considered getting a... Oh, sorry, that's just a BBL thing again. Maybe I should get rid of chat. That's a BBL question again. Fuck. Were you the person who did all the decks of NVIDIA? No. I actually tell you this. There was a woman who did the majority of the executive decks at NVIDIA. She had one of the hardest jobs I've ever seen. NVIDIA can have a tough work culture, especially around launches and burn people out. She got so burnt out, despite getting paid very well. She quit well before the huge stock boom and just went somewhere else. That was actually the worst job, one of the worst jobs of the company. I felt bad for her. Because executives are so demanding and the turnaround time is so quick, and she was burnt out straight up. She was a great person. I feel bad for her. What is a deck? It's like a PowerPoint presentation. It's called a slide deck. You know, let's say one executive has to present to another one or to the board or to the public about something. They need slides. They need everything to like line up. You know, NVIDIA would have these fucking 800 slide presentations with like details that had to be exactly right. And then they have to work with her and make it all. And yeah. Hey, very important. Did you see what's going on in Listenborg? No. I don't even know what that is. Listenborg. You mean Luxembourg? Listenborg. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Is this like a fucking... It's a fictional country. It's a fictional. You just made it up. It's fictional. I thought it was like some small European city, bro. Did you see that United Airlines flight attendants just voted 99.99% to authorize a strike? It has more. What? United Airlines flight attendants are striking? Congrats and good for them. Okay. Well, the article from today says it's still unlikely. They're prepared to strike. Here's why it's still unlikely. But perhaps that means they'll come to an agreement. They have a 99.99% yes vote. That's funny. Like 0.99, it almost means like one person or like fucking 4 people voted no. Who's the asshole was like, nah, I'm good. That's total one guy. The CEO in a mustache, the CEO in a flight attendant outfit, undercover boss. Hey, actually, I think we should all calm down on this. If you guys bet on the timer not being extended, you're fucking stupid. I'm sorry to say it. It's like, if you can't pattern match, you know what I'm saying? Like, life requires you to do basic pattern matching now and then. And if you look at all previous ones and always get extended, you're like, no, this one, I'm going to make my money. You're just a degenerate gambler. You have no... you have no... you're like a baby that gets fooled by peekaboo. You're not all there, bro. You're not all there. Hey, Atrioc, just finished cooking a steak. Can you start in 15 minutes? So I can let her rest? No, I'm not going to start that late. I'll start really soon. I have a lot to do today. I like to get the yap. I like to get the yap in, and also I'm trying to think of things I want to talk about that are not part of this presentation. That's my main concern. So that, because I'm going to be gone. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm going to Atlanta to cosplay with my lovely wife. And so I will not be able to do a lot of clip type content. And I want to make sure, this is not in my presentation. I do want to say it. Because it is relevant. Why is Twitter fucking worse in every way? Do you guys know how I've been talking about how the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the BLS, will report big job growth numbers every month and then later revise them down? And I said, the reason that is because they have this strange birth-death model that counts people starting an Uber driving business as like a new company that might hire people. Well, I'm just a stupid Twitch streamer. I'm just saying that on stream. I'm sure you hear that and you go, well, what the fuck does this guy know? Well, today, or maybe it was yesterday, but today, the former commissioner of the BLS said the fucking same thing. And I bookmarked and saved it because I was like, wait, what the fuck? It was last week, but it was, said the same fucking thing. Okay? It's all down to this fucking stupid birth-death model drastically oversetting the number of firms in the economy. Yes! That's why we're getting these massive downward revisions. Yes! And there's another graph for you if you want one. That really makes it clear. Sorry, one second. I just really want to fucking bear this out. A lot of graphs. Impossible number of graphs. This is my graph tab. I got a fucking lot of them, but I'm sure I'll find the one. Why did I just put all these in the same unlabeled? Oh, yeah, here it is. Okay? This is people starting new businesses. Wow, shocker. Shocker. It's interesting. Somehow people became way, 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 way more entrepreneurial. Just way more for some reason. And it's not because of Uber Eats and OnlyFans and independent contractors. I'm sure it's like real, legitimate bit. They're all starting laundromats and local businesses. That's the kind of data that can be taken multiple ways. Another way to put it, this is, oh, by the way, if you want to look at where those businesses are started, accommodations and food service. There was none started, and then a lot of them. So interesting. And yet they're all counted as new companies. They're going to hire new people. Just very, very interesting. Perhaps leading to some misjudgment in the labor market. Perhaps leading to things not being as rosy as they may seem. However, I started a streaming business and I've hired at least 4 degenerate college students to edit videos about me. So maybe there is growth. Atrioc, I always watch your YouTube, but I've been struggling to read the highlighted chat messages you pull up when your editor zooms in. Could you change where they text on screen? Why are you asking me? Why wouldn't you ask Adish to change where he zooms or what? I don't give. No, I'm not going to fucking move it. No, it's designed to work for this, the way this is laid out. Chat here, thing here. What am I going to fucking, you want to do this? I can't even move it. Here we go. This is what you want? You want Yowie Wario? And then we have the zoom in here. No, this is not, this is stupid. No, you guys are saying perfect in cinema, but it's actually no. Oh no. Please tell me I didn't lose this. Okay, thank God. Okay. This is the last timer. I think we'll start after 3 minutes, 30 seconds. Okay. Was there anything else I want to talk about? U.S. airline strike. I wanted to mention the BLS statistics because I think it's relevant that I didn't think a former BLS commissioner would admit it, but they did, which is nice for me. Oh, this was interesting. If you look up Donald Trump assassination and Hawk Tuah on Google Trends, Hawk Tuah has had more staying power. Significantly. That's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy. As like a presidential assassination attempt and Hawk Tuah on that thing. And Americans said, we care about the second one more. Like by a lot, by millions. That's wild to me. Oh, this. I guess could get us into something. Did you know that 76% of NVIDIA employees are millionaires? This feels too self. I don't even know. I shouldn't have liked it. I just wanted to fucking. I shouldn't have liked it. Atrioc, will there be more teardown content? I don't know. I haven't done teardown in a while. This is what I wanted to share with you. This is called Average Male Friendship, and it's a little story about Donald Trump and Shinzo Abe, the formerly assassinated Prime Minister of Japan. Oh, God, the Resident Card Disguise is actual peak. Is actual peak. Anyway, just powerful stuff is all I'm saying. All I do is I share with you guys powerful knowledge, and I feel like I try to get it into your brain. Wow, the timer broke at 3 seconds. Is there anything else I wanted to show you? 3 seconds. I wanted to show you anything else before I get to it. I think we're good. I think we're good. I can't imagine there being anything else. Oh. I did want to mention this. I don't know too much about it yet, but it seems like GameStop is starting a new GameStop retro brand where they sell old shit at big markups. That's the idea. This is like their big plan. I wonder if there's any more details on it. Like they're turning into like a, I don't know. But they did one of these memes. Yeah, they're selling like retro shit. I don't know. Maybe it's something. Seems like not a multi-billion-dollar business plan. You know what I'm saying? Feels like kind of a low-key knick-knack pawn shop. So it's probably not worth the fucking $4 billion market cap that the apes have given it. But maybe I'm just dumb. You know? Maybe they should belong up there with the fucking tech companies. All right. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get that last 3 seconds. 2, 1, and get to Marketing Monday! But in order to do that, I need you to do something for me. I need you to analyze the screen, take a look at what you see, and when you see yourself, 2 little words, 1 little emote. Me, Poggies. Welcome to Marketing Monday. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Marketing Monday, a special Marketing Monday about a inconvenient topic. Today's Marketing Monday is about public perception. It's about lies and inconvenient truths. It's about things that happen slowly and then all at once. It comes from an Ernest Hemingway quote about going bankrupt. How'd you go bankrupt? 2 ways. Slowly and then all at once, which may be appropriate. But I want to start with an example. Fair warning before I get into all of this. This is not really political any more than anything else is in America, okay? This is an example. Take it as you will. In 2020, this happened.
Senator, I'm not going to answer the question
Why
because
would you answer that
because
question?
the question is
radical left.
Will you shut up, man?
Listen, who is on your list, Joe?
This
Who's
is
on your
so
list?
right.
Gentlemen, I think
This
we've
is
ended
so
this.
He's going to pack the
unprecedented.
court.
We
and
have
he's not going to give a list.
We have ended this segment. We're going to move on to the second segment.
That was really a productive segment, wasn't it? Keep yapping, man.
The people understand, Joe.
Joe Biden debated Donald Trump and by all accounts came out looking pretty well. Helped him propel to victory in the 2020 election. In 2024, this happened.
For what I've been able to do with the with the COVID, with dealing with everything we have to do with. Look, if we finally beat Medicare,
Thank you, President Biden. President Trump?
Well, he's right. He did beat Medicare. He beat it to death, and he's...
It was not as successful. It was not as successful in the debate. In those 4 years, clearly something changed in the age profile of Joe Biden. Clearly he became less physically or mentally capable to do the highest office. Certainly when running for a term that would last through 2029. So the question becomes, what point in the middle was that obvious? What signs were there in the middle? Because clearly this wasn't the very first day that happened. And if you look back, there may have actually been some signs.
Momentarily forget the name of a cabinet member.
It's all the members of Congress and Homeland Security Secretary. I'm not sure I'm going to introduce you all the way. But all kidding aside, Secretary Mayorkas.
Then
she knew so long as she was...
What was that? What was that, Biden?
She knew so long as she was...
But when asked about it, there really wasn't much of a response.
the White House has said the debate was simply a bad night and has maintained that Biden is on top of his game.
He's on fire. He's ready to go.
Questions about it were denied or deflected, and most people, especially people that don't follow politics that closely, myself included, by the way, going into like May and June, assumed these were gaffes and not the sign of something larger. But slowly, doubts about his age started to build. And then on the night of the debate, when this happened, it became all at once. They were tied in May. After the debate, it was a free fall. And what I'm saying is, this wasn't just true starting on this night. It was true many days going into here. But it takes a sentiment shift to change the minds about something big. If there's an inconvenient truth, people will ignore it or downplay it or ignore it until one day it becomes too big to ignore, and then things change quickly. But it's not a political message. This is Biden's an example here. And so things that we thought were impossible, like replacing Joe Biden, suddenly become possible. In August, the beginning of last month, Biden said, "I'm not dropping out unless the Lord Almighty comes down." 2.5 weeks later, he dropped out. Okay? Things that were impossible, that we think are completely out of their own possibility, suddenly become possible. And they ask, how could we have allowed our audience to be so surprised? This is a news roundtable on our number one reporting television. It's because when things are inconvenient, it's difficult to bring them up. Now, let me get to my main point. Just makes you think. Completely unrelated. I've been reading a lot of finance articles about this country. Okay? And one thing you'll notice over and over and over again is that when consumers are asked about the state of the economy, they're negative. They're gloomy. However, it's consistently downplayed. Why are Americans so gloomy about their great economy? Is it a vibe session? The vibes must be down because the numbers are up. People are basically wrong. 59% of Americans wrongly think the U.S. is in a recession. 3 in 5 Americans falsely believe. When you ask Americans what's wrong with the economy, they'll tell you, and then they'll be told that they're wrong. That, to me, makes me go, It makes me a little frustrated. And I remember an interview with Jeff Bezos from a while back. We had a quote. Now, Jeff Bezos is like the living version of Lex Luthor. So I don't want to give him too much credit, but he is a smart guy. And there was a quote from there that stuck with me for a while.
I have a saying, which is when the data and the anecdotes disagree, the anecdotes are usually right. And it doesn't mean you just slavishly go follow the anecdotes then. It means you go examine the data. Because and it's usually not that the data is being miscollected. It's usually that you're not measuring the right thing. And so, if you have a bunch of customers complaining about something, and at the same time, your metrics look like they shouldn't be complaining, you should doubt the metrics.
I agree with this incredibly hard. This reminds me of when I would work at Twitch and we would launch a product and have a bunch of numbers telling us how great that product is. But then I would ask users or look around and just see that nobody was using it. It's clearly a failure, but we have some number that tells me it's good. I think we're measuring the wrong thing. I think we need to look a little deeper. America's recession signals are flashing red. Don't believe them. This one really got me against recent. I was like, all right, well, let me look a little bit deeper, okay? Do I have anything to worry about? And I thought about it, and I was like, well, let me look to an expert. And I said, well, who's a better expert than the Federal Reserve? I'm sorry, the chairman of the Federal Reserve. So I went to the chairman of the Federal Reserve, and he said, no recession on the horizon. Sorry, this is the wrong one. This is Ben Bernanke in 2007. That's our old chairman. Let's ask our new chairman. I'm sorry, that's wrong. I'm sorry, incorrect. Let's ask our new chairman. Jerome Powell says there's no recession on the horizon. Oh, good. Oh, good. Sorry, I picked the... Oh, my bad. My mistake. When I hear something like that, again, I feel like I'm hearing something similar to this, the quote I just showed you.
Night, and has maintained that Biden is on top of his game.
He's on fire. He's ready to go.
Where I'm being told something that I don't think adds up, but is like just designed to keep things rolling. So let's start with a few inconvenient details that may not line up with this line of thought. And again, at the end, I'll tell you areas that I'm wrong or could be wrong and what this all could mean. But I just want to go through a few key areas. We'll start with employment, okay? 2 months ago, I watched Jerome Powell speak, and he said, we expect labor market strength to continue. He said over and over in all his speeches how strong the labor market is, okay? Things are good. I'm like, okay, I got to trust him. 5 days ago, I saw him speak, and he said,
the cooling in labor market conditions is unmistakable.
It's unmistakable 5 days ago that it's cooling. That's interesting. That's interesting. Because you were saying how you had no sign. You said labor market trade was definitely going to continue. Now it's unmistakable. Now just a few. What did you change your measurement? How did you get it so wrong? What's going on? That confused me. Then I look at headlines. Again, I'm reading business headlines every day. Cisco layoffs. 46,000 jobs cut in the last 2 years. I see AT&T layoffs, tens of thousands of jobs cut. I see Nike layoffs. I see Tesla layoffs. I see Michelin tire it's not even tech companies. I see like tire factories doing layoffs. I see this section could go on for days. There was 100,000 layoffs this month. This was last month. 100,000 layoffs. Now, if they tell me that the job number is growing with all these layoffs, that means all of these high quality jobs are being replaced with different high quality jobs, if not more. Do we believe that? Is that 100%? Is it possible the new jobs replacing them are lower quality or non-existent? Is it possible? Just worth considering. And again, those big growth, those job numbers we talked about, they get revised down quietly later on. So the huge job growth we had just got revised down by the most since 2009, 800,000 jobs less than they thought. But this article says why this time is different. Is it? Possibly. Possibly. Why this time is different. I see a great article saying, and unemployment has been one of the big reasons that people say the economy is good. Unemployment is so low. How can the economy be bad when unemployment is so low? If the economy is so bad, why is the unemployment rate so low? So low. Let me say it again for the video. If the economy is so bad, why is the unemployment rate so low? It's a good question. It's a good question. It was a great question when it was asked by Rebecca Blank in 2008. This is in 2008. Now, what's funny is when she asked this, Rebecca Blank, the economy was already in a recession. We were already in it. And they didn't know it until December.
The signs were everywhere, but now it's official. We are in a recession. The research group that makes that determination made it today and said the recession actually started a year ago. But the question now...
It started a year ago because GDP numbers don't get revised down till later, and you might not know you're in a recession even when you're currently in one. The 2001 recession wasn't discovered till, wasn't like truly accurately finally labeled 2003. The 2007 recession wasn't fully, the GDP numbers weren't fully revised until 2018. I mean, we obviously knew it was a recession as early as 2008 late, but we didn't have all the GDP numbers revised until 2018. So there's a lot that we did not know in the moment that will be accurately reported on later. The SOM rule. This is a rule that basically says the unemployment will eventually hit a low. And when it rises more than half a percentage point off that low, we're likely in a recession. It will keep spiking up. This is the SOM rule. We triggered that in July. Now, Claudia SOM is backed down a bit from her rule, but other people seem to think it still holds, considering it held here and here and here. We triggered that in July. This is a California stat, but all of the jobs that are being added are coming from the government. Almost every one. Only 5,400 of them were private sector. Almost all employment growth comes from government jobs. Actual, like, private companies are not hiring, ghost jobs, laying people off. Like, the job growth is coming from, you know, like schools, hospitals, things funded by the government. So here's an example. This is engineering jobs. Civil engineering, electrical engineering, industrial engineering, and software engineering. You notice they all peaked in 2021 and 2022, and then have been way down since. Now, these two are still above the pre-COVID median, but software engineering is well below. It's harder to get a software engineering job now than it was before 2020. CS majors are going through it. Things that I thought were keeping the economy afloat. Again, I've mentioned often that we have what you'd call a... Just delete all this. You might call a K-shaped economy, where a few people are doing well and most are doing bad. And I've been told, who cares if that's true? This part of the economy is spending so much, the rich people are spending so much, that it'll keep us afloat. We'll just make things for them. Their spending will keep things afloat. And they were spending. They've been spending on travel and luxury items and etc. The boom in travel spending has slowed. Even they are starting to slow down. Luxury goods companies, their stocks are starting to fall. Things are slowing down, even in this part of the economy that was holding things up. RVs. RVs are a great recession bellwether. They're the canary in the coal mine. When people buy RVs, economy's usually good. If you feel confident enough to spend a bunch of money on a stupid RV, usually you feel pretty good about your finances and your chances in the future. When they stop selling, it's a bad time, as it was in 2001, 2007, etc. Well, guess what? The RV downturn this year is turning apocalyptic. We're getting massive discounts. They're sitting on the lot unsold. People aren't buying RVs. In fact, they're trying to sell them. They're doing everything they can to unload them. Boats, same way. People buy boats when times are good. They sell and don't buy when times are bad. The largest boat dealership just filed for bankruptcy, owing millions. Boats are sitting on the lots. Consumers that have recently been spending like crazy are starting to get tapped out. Americans now pay as much interest on their combined non-mortgage debt. This is like student loans, credit cards, etc., as they do on their mortgages. That's never happened. People always have the most interest in their mortgages and everything else is way smaller. It's now equal. It's a record high amount of debt servicing. Speaking of bankruptcies, by the way, with Tommy's Boats, corporate bankruptcies are soaring above the pandemic era peak. We had a record number of bankruptcies in 2020 as everything shut down for COVID. Until now, we have more bankruptcies now than we did in 2020. The economic alarm bells are piling up, and each one of these seems to be individually ignored. Each one of these individually is like, well, there's a reason. That's not, no, not. And it kind of gets ignored. But what I'm saying is each one of these, to me, represents a crack in the dam. And eventually, like Joe Biden's debate night, they add up to something. The sentiment will shift. And then things can change quickly. Transition to serious delinquency. This is 90 days late. Credit card payments, way up. Credit card delinquency, way up. The one that's still way down, student loans. This is because people aren't paying. People had to start resuming paying last September. They just didn't do it. Most people are not paying their student loans, which isn't a problem until September 30th of this year, at which point they start reporting this to the credit agencies. That's whenever you start getting your credit destroyed for not paying student loans. We have about a month. We have about a month till that kicks in. And then suddenly people that were not paying their student loans can't get the same credit card limits. They can't get the same borrowing limits for cars and housing. Is that going to affect the economy? Maybe. Nobody's talking about it. People's self-reported probability about not being able to make the minimum debt payment over the next 3 months. This is for young people, people like the audience here, under 40. Rising dramatically, rising off the COVID lows. Does it stop here? Does it continue? That's the question. Nobody's talking about it. This is 30-day delinquency. People with good credit scores, way up. People with 780 and above credit scores are seeing a 42% rise in delinquencies on their mortgage. Way up. This is a problem. And again, people might be talking about it. So, that's employment. That's credit. What about housing? This is what I picture my chat looks like. What if you're selling your house? What if you haven't been lucky enough to get a house and you want to sell it? Maybe you got a house in the early days of the pandemic. You paid $300K, you put some money down, you borrowed $300K, you bought a house, and now it's up. Now the house is nominally on Zillow worth $350 or $400K, and you want to sell it. Housing prices, again, inflation adjusted, are at all-time highs, above the 2007 peak. This is inflation adjusted. It's the largest housing bubble of all time. They're incredibly, incredibly, incredibly high. Okay? It's unaffordable in terms of like price to income for the average person. 90% of American consumers think now is a bad time to buy a home. So if you're trying to buy, it's very difficult. But that means if you're trying to sell, it's also very difficult because there's no buyers. Okay? When prices are this high, you need buyers to keep them going up, or at least to stay the same. If you live in one of these 8 states, specifically, big ones are Texas and Florida, a number of homes for sale is now higher than it was in 2019. That's scary. This is homes sitting on the market unsold. These 8 states had a huge pandemic era boom in buyers and prices that is now unwinding. It seems like a bubble popping. Florida, for example. Here's a neighborhood in Florida and the number of houses for sale. It's all of them. And they all think they're going to get 3 million, 2.5 million, 2.3 million, 1.4 million. And if you check neighborhoods like this in Florida and in Texas week after week, you'll notice markdowns, markdowns, markdowns as they struggle, as motivated sellers start to flood the market and hopefully unload their house. They can't find a buyer. So they start to do discounts and discounts and discounts. And when that becomes a flood is an appropriate word because in Florida, there's another reason housing is losing its value. Once it becomes a flood, there's a real problem. There's a real problem. Especially as people that bought houses can no longer afford the insurance on them, again, because of this. So Florida's extra bad, but this is happening all over. Again, condo owners face millions in repairs from flooding and environmental damages they can't sell. Let me give you an example. Here's Lee County, Florida. It's a county in Florida. It has 20,599 homes for sale. What does that mean? What does that number mean? Well, Lee County has a population of 822,000. If you extrapolate that out, if you apply the Lee County rule to the government, to the rest of the country, that would be 8.4 million homes for sale. The peak of the downturn in 2007 was 4.5 million. Okay? If you're in a place like Lee County, you are literally twice as bad as the Great Recession, the housing bubble collapse. This is the beginning of like a true bubble popping, at least in these areas, of a huge downturn in prices. They've expected a certain price. Airbnb jockeys and real estate investors and people that move there are expecting a certain price and paid a certain price and are not going to get it. Nearly half of real estate investors, by the way, going into this, before we've even lost value yet, half of investors have lost money on a single investment. 45% say a bad investment almost ruined them financially, and 40% wish they never started investing in real estate in the first place. This is before we've had a downturn. This is people saying this before half people lost money on real estate, and we haven't even gone down in prices yet. This is a problem. This is this number is going to go up. A lot of people are going to lose a lot of money. So I want to mention this is the problem, okay? Now, everyone tells me, when you mention all of these inconvenient truths, and everything I put here so far is true. Whether it leads to the conclusions I'm saying, I can't tell you. I don't know. But I do know that it's true. And when you bring these up, people will tell you, don't worry. The Fed is going to cut rates. Federal Reserve is going to come in. They're going to cut interest rates. They're going to make it cheaper to borrow, and everything will be saved. Markets are counting on it. We'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later. So, Next thing I want to talk about, stock market and AI. AI! Some inconvenient truths. Every company, when you ask them to sell me this pen, will tell you it's AI powered now. That is the economy we live in. Everyone is trying to tell you AI is their business plan for the future. It is going to lead to great increased revenues for their company. And so far, only one company has really seen truly increased revenues from AI. The big N, NVIDIA. Massive, massive, massive spike. Because they sell the shovels to everyone else trying to do the gold rush. That's been working. And NVIDIA Rally has minted untold millionaires, including employees who are too busy to bask in their new wealth. Not all of them. Some of them are streamers. Some of them are streamers. But it's made untold millionaires, okay? And I thought this headline was so interesting. Especially combined with a couple other headlines. There was this one that said NVIDIA tops Microsoft. Pause. As the world's most valuable public company in June. Now, they're back to number 3, I think. But briefly, they topped Microsoft and became the world's number 1 most valuable company. Jensen Huang was signing titties. If there's ever a sign of investor euphoria, a man who was a basically unknown CEO 2 years ago is now a rock star signing titties. If you go to the garage, the NVIDIA parking garage, I used to not only park in, but take naps in. When I was really tired after a work day, I would go down and sneak into my car and take a quick nap. Whenever you go there, you will now see, if you go there today, supercars, Ferraris, Lambos, all of them in NVIDIA lime green. Everyone there is so fucking rich. Okay? You're not going to see my simple Honda anymore. You'll see these. This is an actual screenshot of NVIDIA's parking garage. And I start to remember certain headlines from the past. NVIDIA tops Microsoft as the most powerful company. Where have I heard that before? Cisco briefly tops Microsoft as the world's most valuable company in 2000. Here's a article about how Cisco employees are all becoming millionaires. And they need to have a full-time counselor to advise employees on how to do philanthropy. Here's an article from a year after the pop where they said they all went out and bought cars and jewelry and furs. And then the price went down and they were all effectively ruined. Okay? I don't think NVIDIA is exactly like Cisco. And I say this honestly. As someone who's worked there, NVIDIA I think is a much better company and they have more real revenue. But I do know that history does rhyme sometimes. And there's clearly some similarities between this level of hype. And it's not just NVIDIA, okay? whether it's Bitcoin or shorting the yen or Tesla or Apple, we've got a few key areas that are so concentrated. The level of concentration, basically post ChatGPT's release, has gotten crazy. NVIDIA alone is 6% of the S&P 500. That's everyone's retirement fund. When you put money in it, 6% of it is going to just one company. It should be split 500 ways. Instead, it's all going to NVIDIA and Amazon and Apple and almost nothing else. That's worrying. So today, when NVIDIA released their earnings, the entire U.S. economy seemed to bank on them. And thankfully, they seemed all right. They seemed all right. They beat and raised. The growth seemed a little bit slow, and they're being punished in after hours. It's down a little bit, but seemed all right. But it's a scary spot to be in, where every quarter we're waiting on the next NVIDIA earnings to smash and destroy and hit it out of the park, or we all get really shaky. Okay? It's a little bit nervous. 8% down. Oh yeah, but it ran up into it. Again, their earnings were good. They were still beat and raised. It wasn't like they were down in growth, but it's spooky. And all of these investments in NVIDIA and Apple and Google and Bitcoin and shorting the yen, and they're all almost on borrowed money. So much of it is from investors borrowing like crazy to keep putting punted bets on keeping these stocks up. If they don't keep going up, they can't repay the borrowing. They have to sell to pay off their debts, and the cycle reverses. You understand there's cracks. There's cracks. Everything I'm posting so far is true. Again, I won't tell you what it adds up to, but it's worth talking about. And all of this, I thought, was building, if I was going to be honest with you, a little bit of pessimism. I thought it was building to an AI winter, because all of this hype has gone into NVIDIA AI, Google AI, Facebook AI, and we haven't seen any actual revenue generation from most of them. Most AI solutions like Copilot from Microsoft or whatever, people aren't spending money on them. They're not earning the money that all of the billions of spending should be worth. And I thought there's going to be AI winter. And this is probably still true. But I've done more research, and I have gotten to some odd conclusions that I'd like to talk to you about. You see, everyone else has brought up this idea. There's missing revenues. There's not enough money coming in for AI to justify all the spending. And that's true. And that's like the baseline case I have. But when I look into it more, I'm noticing that the consumers are not the target of AI spending right now. See, the average consumer is actually getting more and more skeptical of AI in general. In 2021, they were more excited than concerned, or equally excited. By 2023, they are more concerned. Consumers are getting more and more scared. In 2021, or even, dude, as early as last year, if you ask someone to describe AI, they would use the words futuristic and innovative, number 1 and 2. Now this year, they say controversial, not real art, fake, soulless, ripoff, boring. Okay? People's attitudes are souring. However, it's still being used. And if you look under the surface, I am seeing AI be used rapidly. It's getting rapid adoption in a lot of areas. But what are those areas? Here's one. A dude upper decks a Zen.
Maybe I'm a gangster too.
Screenshots his questions and AI generates his answers. Live. And this doesn't apply just to schools. This applies to jobs. Here's a deleted post from Financial Careers where a person says, hey, I just started working at a major insurance carrier. My job is to do underwriting analysis, basically determine whether or not there's risk in things we're insuring. All he does is put everything into ChatGPT. It spits out a report and he turns it in. This is happening all over, especially in entry-level jobs. Knowledge work. People are finding ways to use ChatGPT to basically just do their job. And it doesn't end there. Here's someone using Claude to create a bill-splitting app in seconds. What does this mean for app stores and app developers? I'll skip ahead, but okay. This is in 59 seconds, and he's got a bill splitting app. Is it perfect? No. Is it interesting that this is heading the direction? Yes. People's jobs. People are applying for jobs with AI. This person automatically applied for 1,000 jobs and got 50 interviews. How did I do it? I created an AI bot that analyzes my information, generates unique CVs, and answers questions. What is the second order effect here? If everyone can apply to 1,000 jobs in 24 hours, how do recruiters respond when they're overwhelmed and deluged with 1 million AI-generated apps? What is the next level of that? Well, how does it make it easier or harder to apply for jobs? Reporters are being replaced with AI. This is a good one. This is an AI-written article with an AI-generated thumbnail. Tory Lanez has been sentenced to 10 years in prison for shooting Megan Thee Stallion. And it does this thumbnail. There's an arms race. And when I look into it, I thought AI was only for stupid shit like this. But what this actually is CEOs realizing, okay, we can't use AI to make better products or to sell more things or to make something new. What we can use it for is cost cutting. And what is their biggest cost? Employees. AI will shrink workforce within 5 years, say company execs. CEOs say generative AI will result in job cuts in 2024. Media and entertainment, banking, insurance, and logistics. Job cuts this year. If you look at CEOs, especially private surveys, when it's CEOs asked directly, they'll never say it. They'll say, we use it to enhance our current human employees. But when they're speaking in private, when they're anonymous surveys, they all say they are using AI for jobs. That's their number one thing is cost cutting. And if that is the only thing that all of this stock growth is for, if that's what all the AI growth is for, then that is not going to lead to a good thing for the economy. If all of the AI revenues just come from firing people, that is going to lead to people that can't spend on new products, and it's a downward cycle. So I think it's an inconvenient truth worth mentioning. Oh yeah. By the way, I forgot to mention this. The ChatGPT interview guys, or the AI applied interviews, that leads to an arms race where the recruiters start using AI rejections. They forgot to even add the email address. It's AI applying being read by AI recruiting, leading to no humans involved in the process. I ask. And yet, through it all, everyone can tell me, have fun staying poor, idiot. The stock market is up. And they're right. We keep hitting all-time highs pretty regularly. So the stock market hit all-time highs. And I can't argue with that. But I would like to mention a couple more inconvenient truths, okay? Prior to previous recessions, the stock market also hit all-time highs, including in 2007, right before they cut rates in September. We are headed to a rate cut in September, and our stock market's at all-time highs. I'm saying these things have happened before. It happens right before. History might rhyme. And when we go into a downturn, people tend to underestimate how bad things can get and how quickly. Here's someone saying the stock market likely would fall no more than 10 to 15%, even in a worst case scenario. Even if the U.S. slips into recession, the worst thing that can happen is a 10 to 15% fall. And that is probably a fair assessment. It just comes from Ian Scott at Lehman Brothers in 2007. His company went bankrupt and the stock market fell 55%. So maybe you cannot trust every downplay that you hear, because we have historical examples now. People will lie going into these events. They will downplay because nobody wants to talk against their own best interest. So I just want to show you that whenever you want to set your mind at ease and you read a headline telling you it's all right, maybe it is. It could be. But understand that there's an incentive to say that. And you might want to look a little bit deeper and just feel a little more confident. Warren Buffett's laughing at that. Why is Warren Buffett laughing? Because he just recently sold billions of his stake in Apple. He sold billions of Apple stock for no reason out of the blue. Went into cash. That's odd. Today, I'm checking the news. He sold $1 billion of Bank of America. Went to cash. That's weird. He's always been a buy and hold stock kind of guy. Why is he going all to cash? Why does Warren Buffett suddenly have more cash in U.S. treasuries than the U.S. government? Why is he holding $275 billion in cash? I don't know. Maybe he sees something coming. Maybe he thinks stocks might not go up. Is all I ask. It's worth considering. Now, important to mention, where are the areas that could be wrong? What are the inconvenient truths I'm not mentioning? There are plenty. There are some I want to bring to you right now. The first one is nobody really knows how the government can change the rules during downturns. We remember this. We remember this. It's possible the money printer could fire up yet again. We get a 2021 all over again. We get Dogecoin to the moon. This is very possible. Or at very least, deep rate cuts, like I talked about. Deep rate cuts. If it's cheap to borrow money, everything goes good again. Powell has signaled time has come for the September rate cut. And I think we are getting one. We're going to get one next month in September, a rate cut that it should make things a little bit cheaper to borrow. But if I again look at the past, every time in the past when the Fed started rate cuts, it was too late. In 2000, they pivoted. It was too late. We got a recession. 2007, they pivoted. It was too late. We got a recession. 2019, too late. Is it possible that with the unemployment rate already rising, it might be too late this September for a rate cut? Is it possible we'll still get a downturn and still get a recession? If not, are in one already. When the Fed pivots, stocks crash by more. 50% down in 2007 after they pivoted. And everyone's saying it's going to rally. It's going to go to the moon. That's not what history tells us. Market sour after Fed cuts key rate by 0.5 point. September 18th, 2007. We are set for a 0.5 point rate cut on September 18th, 2024. I'm sorry, sour. Did I say sour? Sour. No, I'm sorry. Sorry. That's a misrepresentation. Let me do that one again, actually. Sorry. Sorry, I was in the zone. No. Market soar. I did this in the wrong order. It's these two. Market soar after Fed cuts key rate 0.5 point. This is in 2007. It rallied instantly. And then it fell 50%. Sorry, I said sour. No, it's soar. Yes. Immediately, like the day after the cut, everyone has a euphoria, basically is what I'm saying. There's a cut, everyone goes, oh, thank God we're saved. And they go, wait a minute. Materially, nothing's changed. And then things start to fall. It's almost like the idea of rate cuts is more powerful than the actual cuts. That's like basically the point I'm getting at. People seem to really like the anticipation more than the cut doesn't seem to do anything. And additionally, there's one other aspect I want to mention. So there's rate cuts. There's also money printing, direct money printing, which is like stimulus checks, quantitative easing, all of that stuff. The problem is we've reached a certain limiting factor when it comes to the national debt, and that is real, tangible, on-the-ground inflation. We never had that in the past. In 2007, we didn't have that. We now have real inflation, and consumers are angry about it. And when you print a lot of money, they get bad inflation, and that's when you get real public backlash. So this option may no longer be the same on the table. Again, in 2001, when we had a recession, we had a budget surplus. It was a different time. Since then, this has happened. Oh, sorry, wait.
This economy is growing. The growing economy has yielded more tax revenues than anticipated. And because of fiscal restraint, those tax revenues went to reduce our deficit.
Nice.
With Congress has set priorities, we can be fiscally responsible, and we can head toward balance, and that's exactly where we're headed.
Nice. Oh. Okay, so George Bush lied. That sucks.
But I want to be very clear.
Obama.
We cannot and will not sustain deficits like these without end.
Yeah. Oh, no, what? Obama lied?
We have a
Trump,
country that's
come on,
essentially
Trump.
a debtor nation right now. So we're going to make our country wealthy again.
Oh, Trump lied?
How is any human being going to bring down the debt? I mean, what are you going to do?
Okay, the country is going to start growing, and when we do that, we pay it back so easily.
How?
It's easy to pay it back.
Let's look at the facts. The federal deficit went up every single year in the Trump administration. On my watch, things have been different.
Oh, will they? Oh, no! Okay, we've had 30 years of government spending more than they take in tax revenue because they refuse to raise taxes and they refuse to cut spending. In fact, they increase it. And that leads to inflation. And until recently, that inflation has been contained to assets. It's been hidden by only inflating asset prices in the stock market and in housing. But now it is broken through to regular items like groceries and goods and things people use day to day. And they feel it and they can no longer ignore it. And so I don't know that the money printer is a solution the way it was in the past. The second thing I could be wrong about is that perhaps, even though I don't think this is the fault of any one president, Biden seems to think he's fixed it. Has the U.S. beat inflation, Mr. President?
Yes, yes, yes. I told you we're going to have a soft landing. We're going to have a soft landing. My policies are working. Start writing that way, okay?
And Mr. President,
anyway, thank you
so much. He said he's got it fixed, okay? And he may be right. There's a few inconvenient truths that people like to talk about with Biden, which is number one, the United States, unlike other countries, like this is a United States specific thing, has become an energy superpower during his administration. It has become an oil exporter instead of a massive oil importer. Now, I can't tell you how stimulative, how important, how powerful it is to have cheap energy. It's extremely beneficial to an economy. There is no rich economy in the world that isn't a high energy economy. And when your economy has cheap energy, it is extremely beneficial. There's a power to this. This is something I ignored for a while and I've only recently come to see the power of. This could be something that is unique to the United States that allows them to have more growth than I am expecting. It's totally possible. I'm not discounting it. Another thing, the CHIPS Act. All of the money we've spent on manufacturing. There is a manufacturing construction boom in America. This is a real thing. It's convenient to ignore, but it's real. Manufacturing in some ways is coming back to America. Now, this is a small number. I want you to know, it's been beaten down for so long that like this is not a massive, this is not like a game-changing save the economy kind of thing, but there's something there. And so possibly this could lead to something that I'm not seeing. Maybe we become a more manufacturing-focused economy and it helps us out of a recession. I am not sure, but I want to mention it. The third possibility worth mentioning is that America, USA, baby, we're the cleanest dirty shirt in the laundry. Everyone's a dirty shirt. China's bad. Canada's bad. Australia's bad. UK's bad. Germany's bad. Everyone's economy's so bad that just by having a few things like this and the strength of the US dollar, we might somehow benefit. We might avoid recession because we're the flight to safety. People start investing more in America. We're the cleanest dirty shirt. It's possible. Again, when I look around, all the things I mentioned at the beginning of this presentation are true, if not more so, in other countries. Canada has 300 Canadians filing for bankruptcy every day. Not even companies. Canadian people, regular Canadians are filing for bankruptcy every single day. This is from this month. The German economy has been hit with surprise after surprise after surprise of negative economic growth. They're an economy that relied on cheap Russian energy. Then they blew up their own nuclear plants, and someone else blew up the Nord Stream pipeline. Now they have only expensive energy and a ton of regulation. They can't. And they also have an economy that's being outcompeted by China. They're in trouble. But I tend to think those things only make the problem in America worse. I think when someone coughs in a different country, the disease spreads to America. I think having a global economic downturn is not beneficial for anyone. And I don't think there's a flight to safety. I tend to think that China's economic struggles, Germany's economic struggles, Canada's, they all mean nobody is going to be able to export American goods there. Nobody's buying our stuff. And they don't have the money to invest in our things. I think it's a bigger problem. So if I'm right, if all of these things, these examples, don't mean that we're just fine, we're okay, it's worth mentioning what you should do. What can you do as an individual if we're headed into a downturn? I want to give you a couple options. Number one, probably don't quit unless you got something else lined up. Probably if you have a job, don't just randomly quit it. Try to find something else before quitting, okay? Because as I'm hearing, even right now, before the unemployment rate rises to 5-6%, even now, people are saying, wow, it's kind of tough. It's tougher than I thought to find a job that I want to do. The number of good jobs seems to be shrinking. There's more ghost jobs. It's difficult to apply. I don't know people in certain industries. I can't get in. It's time. So just saying, be careful before quitting. Second thing is, be careful with high interest debt. Pay it down if you can. If you have a big credit card bill or a big Klarna bill or a big Afterpay bill, possibly focus on getting that down before buying something new. Having a high interest debt payment going into a recession can be really bad. And even if I'm wrong and things are fine, you're not going to regret it. You're not going to regret paying down your interest. Okay? If possible, avoiding this or paying it down is pretty good. If you have money to invest, if you're sitting on a pile or a little nest egg, maybe put it in U.S. Treasuries. Right now, you can get 5.5% risk-free on U.S. Treasuries, 6-month U.S. Treasuries. I have a ton of these. This is like, again, you can put it into NVIDIA and gamble on their earnings. You can put it into Bitcoin and maybe get a higher return, but there's risk, high risk. If you want to avoid that risk and stay a little bit safer, you can go to Treasury Direct and buy U.S. Treasuries. This only exists for a little while longer, and then they're cutting rates, and you won't be able to get this anymore. Or you can do what most Americans are doing, the most and best plan of all. The most popular and best plan of all. Drain your stock portfolio to shovel it into sports gambling. A real article from yesterday. Americans are draining their savings, their stock portfolios, their 401ks, and they're putting it into sports gambling. Maybe you can do that too. I don't know. I don't have the answer for you. All I'm telling you is that these are some inconvenient truths worth listening to. Thank you for watching Marketing Monday. I appreciate it, and I wish you the best. Tune in every week for more information like this. Okay, I hope you enjoyed. Hope it wasn't too doomer. I've been wanting to get it off my chest for a while. Okay? I just want to get it off my chest. I think it's worth talking about. I think it's worth noticing. And I just feel very annoyed. I'm very annoyed by people that say vibe session. It's very annoying to me. It's like pissing in someone's face and telling them it's raining. It's very, very annoying. I'm down to answer any questions, and then we're going to do something more feel-good. We got a very feel-good segment. There's a community album that is apparently amazing. Hey, I know this might sound stupid, but isn't recession a good market correction in the long term? Yes. If you're a young person, it kind of depends on how young and where you're at and whether you're graduating, and there's a lot. But like in general, there's the idea of like, hey, money has been invested in some stupid business. That business goes out of business. Suddenly you can buy Aeron chairs and office space really cheap. And now a young person can like start their own new good thing, and like it becomes easier, and all of our money isn't tied up in a few unproductive businesses. There's the idea that like a recession clears out all of the bad, unproductive businesses. The problem is we have avoided a recession for so long. The government has put their thumb on the scale, they've kinked the hose for so long that when it happens, it might be extra bad. You know, like the recession in 2001 was relatively mild. The average person might not even felt it. It was mostly felt in tech stocks. We lost companies like Pets.com. Amazon lost some value, but then clawed back. You know what I'm saying? The recession in 2007 was way more severe. People lost their homes, their jobs. They lost earning potential. That was bad. And this one has been even longer. It's been, you know, almost 20 years of just straight up growth. No downturns. So that's what's scary about it. But I agree with you in general. Can you clarify what rate cuts might spark an economic downturn? The way rate cuts work is that people tend to think of them like a magic genie that will save them, is the point I was trying to make. In the past, people have always said, oh, just wait for rate cuts. It'll save us. It'll turn it around. But generally, what you find if you look at history is that the Fed is often behind the curve. They cut rates too late to stop a cyclical downturn. Unemployment's already up. People already aren't spending. Companies are already shutting down. So they don't do as much as people expect. And then once you actually make the cut, people realize, oh shit isn't better. I still can't buy a house. I still can't, whatever. I still can't do anything. And then they wake up. It's kind of like the Biden debate. It's like it's the moment where everyone kind of realizes, oh wait, I thought we were all good, and then we're not, and then sentiment changes. That's the idea. Dizzle, thank you for the 5 gifted. Dizzy, I'm sorry. How do you feel about Lena Khan's chances of staying as chair? I think there's a good shot. Yeah. I think she's generally well liked among Democrats, and Kamala Harris hasn't said anything about cutting her. There's only some billionaire donors who've said it, but they always say that, and they're saying that on both sides of the aisle. I think there's a good chance. Certainly, my friend that works there thinks he has a way better chance. Did you think that NVIDIA would drop a lot today? I've talked about this a million times. I've said it a million times. I said, if NVIDIA doesn't smash... Here, we can talk about NVIDIA earnings separately. I have some extra slides I didn't use. Let's talk about NVIDIA earnings real quick. This could be even a clip for 8-ish here. Where's my NVIDIA earnings slides? I had just a couple things I wanted to mention that I think were interesting. Okay, it's this. Okay? NVIDIA earnings happened today. Okay? Jensen Huang has been signing titties. There was a... this is worth mentioning. There was... For the first time that I've seen, there was a earnings. Again, most people, the average person, should never, ever care about a company's earnings report. It's like, this is not something anyone ever talked about before. And instead, we're getting... Here, did I... Wait. Where's the... yeah. We're getting... NVIDIA earnings watch parties. NVIDIA earnings watch parties. People were hanging out in bars to watch these announcements. This is not normal. This is like bubbly behavior. This is crazy. And leading into the earnings, the stock ran up so much. Expectations were so high that, again, NVIDIA has to not only beat the expectations, they have to beat them by a lot. And looking at this earnings, NVIDIA went from 26 billion to 30 billion in revenue. It's awesome. For any other company, it's amazing. But their valuation is so high that it's not perfect. And in fact, data center growth, which is where their AI growth has been, slowed just a little bit. It didn't beat by as much as they thought it would. It beat, but it was like, it is a little bit slow. And so the market obviously is responding with a quick -8%. That being said, it was still a great earnings report. I don't expect too much disaster. Like, this wasn't like the NVIDIA popper or anything. This was pretty good. The only way NVIDIA will actually see material slowdowns is when, oh, wait, I got to show it through here. Wait. Is when these companies stop buying. Okay? These are NVIDIA's customers. These are their 6 biggest customers, actually. Microsoft, Meta, Supermicro, Alphabet, Amazon, and Dell. Now, it's worth mentioning, Supermicro, a report came out 2 days ago saying they're probably doing accounting fraud. This company is very likely Enron-style doing accounting fraud, and they are basically investing in shell companies to buy their own product and loop it back to misstate their... So there's a possibility that this is not good. But the other ones, these are all titans of the industry. None of these have made any real money from AI yet. In fact, they've lost a lot of money. Mark Zuckerberg is getting a beating. Wall Street's patience for a costly AI arms race is waning. People are getting annoyed that Zuckerberg et al. and Bezos and these guys are just throwing hundreds of billions at AI. The thing is, the question is whether Wall Street and investors can tell them to stop, because people like Zuckerberg have so much power over their companies, and they seem to think that AI is a winner take all. We have to win, spend anything, it doesn't matter. Literally, Larry Page of Google said this. He said, "I'm willing to go bankrupt rather than lose this race." Now, if you're NVIDIA, that's good to hear. If they're saying, "I'm going to buy your shit till I go bankrupt rather than lose," that's good. For everyone else, we don't know. Now, I'm not so sure this is actually true. Again, if you look at history, there's a quote from Steve Jobs in before he died. I can't remember what year this was. This is maybe 2009, 10, something like that, where Steve Jobs basically says, "I am willing to bankrupt Apple to kill Android. I will never let anyone use Android. Android is just a ripoff of a fucking company, of a product. I will," but then it didn't happen. Android's fine. Apple's fine. They just moved on. CEOs will say this because it sounds strong, but when it comes to actually bankrupting their company, I'm not sure they're going to keep buying chips from NVIDIA till the end of time. Okay? If it really isn't making them money, they might slow down. But they do believe they're in a race to create a digital god. The idea is, all these CEOs think whoever wins the AI race gets trillions and trillions of dollars and owns everything, and everyone else loses. And they might be right. They might be right. But in the middle ground, that'd be really stupid. So that's what NVIDIA is relying on, is these guys, is basically from 5-6 CEOs really believing that they have to spend whatever it takes of all of their money to win this AI arms race. I don't know. But it's obviously risky for everyone, and everything's banking on this one stock selling to these few people that aren't making money off of it. And clearly there's been a tiny bit of slowdown, which is why today's earnings report didn't go that well in terms of stock. But again, it was fine. I think people are overstating that it went badly just because the stock went down. What is Dell doing up there? Bro, IBM's up here. All the fucking tech companies of any size, they're spending money on AI chips. If anything, honestly, companies like Dell and IBM and them, they're more likely to spend more because companies like Amazon and Meta and Microsoft, they're trying to make their own chips. They don't want to spend money on NVIDIA. They fucking hate it. Google especially. Google has they created TPUs, their own processing units. They're 100% trying to not buy NVIDIA chips anymore, but they can't do it yet because NVIDIA is ahead. Answering any more questions, and then I do want to jump over to this album. Do you recommend pulling out of stocks into bonds or average? I will never ever comment on this in a negative. The advice, the safe advice that everyone will give you, and I think is totally fine, is just safely dollar cost average into the well, maybe pick a wider thing, the S&P 500. Maybe pick VOO or whatever. Pick a, I think S&P 500 is so concentrated that it's tough for me to ever recommend it. But yes, it's safe. Just put your money in a diversified portfolio and dollar cost average in. Don't try to time the market 100%. But I do want to mention, I think it's worth, people talk about that like it's guaranteed 10% returns a year. And I want to understand that is true on a long enough timeline. But I want you to be prepared. You need to be able to hold, you be able to diamond hands for 30 years sometimes. Okay? What I want you to show you is this, okay? Imagine you are an investor buying the S&P 500 in 1929. Okay? If that kind of downturn happens, you don't get your money back for 30 years. I'm using an ad blocker. You don't get it for till 1956, okay? 30 years, it doesn't go back to where it was. Same thing in 1969. If you buy in the peak of the 1960s, you don't get your money back till the mid-90s. That's 2 occasions in the past 100 years where there was a 30-year gap before you got back to the peak. People are talking like any dip will only last 5 months. Okay? I just want you to understand, they can last longer. It's fine if you have a very long time horizon. It does tend to go up 100%. But just don't be panicky, I guess. Or if you need it earlier than that, if you think, then pick something more diversified than just this hyper-concentrated. That's all. I just want to mention that because people talk about it like they say these same stock phrases. Is the U.S. being an oil exporter why I've noticed in Illinois the gas has gone down almost $1? Daily gas prices is affected by so many things that I can't tell you that, but I can tell you that the United States has cheaper gas than many countries. And it is because of our extraordinary efforts to secure it, both internally and externally. Okay? We have very, very low, compared to other countries, gas prices in America. Do you buy your treasuries through a broker or straight from Jerome? Yeah, I just hit him up. I hit up the plug. I hit up JP. We smoke a fatty, and then I say, give me some IOUs, bro. Why are treasuries safe? The United States government has not defaulted on a debt payment since the War of 1812. I'm not saying they won't. Actually, I am saying they probably won't. Because at worst comes to worst, they can print it. Treasuries get paid. Treasuries get paid, bro. The consequences of not paying are catastrophic. And certainly on a 6-month T-bill, you'll get paid, bro. Don't worry about it. You're fine. What's a reasonable amount of money with a recession? It depends on your cost of living, bro. Depends on your cost of living. How will war with Taiwan and China affect the economy? There's no indicator that we're having a war with Taiwan or with China and Taiwan. Anyway, I guess it would be bad if you want to know. It wouldn't be good, I guess. I don't think Warren Buffett would put $2 billion in treasury if they weren't safe. Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. Warren Buffett's got Warren Buffett's got billions in it, and you're worried about your, $200. Like, you're fine. Now, treasuries defaulting is like the last thing to worry about. Thoughts on Albertson Kroger? Bad merger, bro. Not good for consumers, not good for employees, not good for anybody. It's good for, I guess, grocery executives. If you're a grocery executive, it's good. Gashi, if you work as like executive VP of finance at Kroger, it's great. So I know most of my chat does that. I just want you to know. If Warren Buffett jumps off a bridge, would you? Exactly. It's a great point. Damn, I actually, Eric, stop editing the video. I've been owned with facts and logic. Delete this Marketing Monday. We'll never show it to anybody. Okay, it's 9:30, which means I want to show you guys something a little more feel good. I want to show you something a little more feel good. Surprise album release? Perhaps the community has come together to create something incredible. Let me see. What do I have to click? What? Oh God, I've got so many DMs here. Sea-Dog VA. Linkus inviting me to go watch. Oh my God, he wants to go see Green Day where they're playing American Idiot and Dookie fully played. Oh, I really want to do that. That's wait, what is this fucking Glinema? What is this fucking Glinema? It's terrible. That's truly horrendous. No, that's one of the worst things I've ever seen. Why did you give Martin Scorsese hot dog figures? Unless it's my face, that's even worse. It looks like, actually, am I crazy? It looks like Kanye West. Am I crazy or did I can't. Are you okay? It's just scrolling. I'm looking at it right here. It looks kind of like Kanye's face on like Scorsese's body with my finger, my joking fingers. It looks like my joking finger, like the fucking no. I'm gonna end stream. Where's this fucking album? Okay, here's the playlist, ladies and gentlemen. Without further ado, I give to you the work of the Atriarchy. Mosaic and Atriarchy dead. I thought somebody died. You need to not do that. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. That is fucked up. You made me think someone in the community died. And then you put a where's the Ponzi scheme iceberg tombstone? That's not Glinema, dude. That's fucked up. I thought I was like, wow, that's fucking terrible. That's crazy. That's too far. Just for that, I'm delaying the Ponzi scheme iceberg another 6 months.
Alphonse, since the day that you joined the server, you've provided our musicians with the guidance and tools needed for them to succeed. No matter the experience or skill, as long as someone was motivated and willing to learn, you do everything you could to help them, often at the expenses of your own sanity and time. You are an inspiration to dozens of musicians, empowering them to take the first steps towards a lifelong passion. You've always held the community close to your heart, driving decisions as mod only to better the lives of these thousands of strangers you have no reason to care for. Thank you for all the love and care you've shown us.
It's very kind.
As you move on to pursue your own legacy, know that the occult will forever be grateful and will be there to support you, always. Love you, Alphonse. May the farmer bless your soul.
Sevens. Extremely nice and helpful to do that to many up-and-coming musicians.
There's so many fucking cows here. EVs were rolling up. 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, America. I'm Yeebies with the Glizzy News Network. It's been 10 months since the ACLU stormed these secret grounds that were once home to the...
Okay, the good feelings I had are gone. The second you said Glizzy News Network, I thought, well, you know what? Maybe you should have left. Maybe you should have left.
Twitch streamer Brandon Ewing. Since then, the chatters formed the occult. The Atrioc chat united in love and thanks, establishing it as a micronation. Earlier this week, a fire overtook the occult grounds, destroying much of the area. Not much remains of the former cult. However, we were able to retrieve this single VHS cassette tape.
It's not VHS. That's not VHS.
Mosaic.
It's like an 8-track. would know. Fuck!
I want to know.
We're in the
Can we
LSD
become
era.
more than the life that we've been placed in?
Tens of thousands.
It's funny to say that like there's a mainstream Coffee Cow Glizzy song, but I feel like we're past that and we're into the experimental era of Coffee Cow Glizzy songs. Do you know what I'm saying? This is the Sgt. Pepper of Coffee Cow Glizzy songs.
Souls, no control over what gifts life has given them.
Just a drive to fulfill our purpose.
And a need to believe that there's no such thing as a useless burden.
Everyone please hit the Benjamin.
Inception designs 10 levels deep.
Toil and scheme, architects building our dreams, musicians, artists, and chatters to whom it means
everything in the world just to be seen.
High hosts of soldiers sing heavenly praise.
Scout the glory of turning lemons to lemonade.
Committed to the bit, because life is
what you make it. Friends who aren't afraid to tell you when they fake it.
Is that both from Half-Life?
Collage of collections, where everyone tries to be true to their identity.
And the only thing that won't be accepted is doing less than your best with no exception.
Push past the creases where others have folded. Shattering people's expectations of what fits. For finding yourself, I can promise no silver bullet, only a sliver of hope that glass must be broken before it's recreated from color.
Expression of fragments, we are more than our past. We may be warped and stained, but there's a bigger picture when light shines through the panes.
Mosaic.
Bro, I swear to God, this is going to become an actual cult. This is like so close to becoming an actual cult.
Sometimes the world don't feel so small. Sometimes Sometimes the world don't feel so
I gotta say, man, the visuals are pretty incredible, huh?
Sometimes the world don't feel so small. Sometimes I wanna fly away. Sometimes the world don't feel so small.
Said you'd be off last night. Yeah, sorry man, I told you I've been doing this self-help group led by this farmer guy. You should really consider going. It's pretty illuminating, honestly. Jesus Christ, dude, that sounds cool. No, it's not a fucking cult, okay? They're my family. They're like the brother that you never were. They care about me, Panda. They fed me glizzies, they gave me coffee, and then after dinner we all snorted cocaine. It was amazing. What have you done for me, huh?
If you're new here, for today's Marketing Monday, just understand this is satire. This is a satire.
Yeah,
they don't
let's
actually.
keep it simple in this bitch. Jim, Fraud, Sio, LaFonz. A-Cole, baby. Yeah, might as the way mine.
But it's the way my trash go, ain't go no silver medal. Speak with Desha clones, word the only word that they can peddle. Way I flow on tracks, got these rappers upset and disheveled. I don't need to meet your standards, you ain't even A-Cole level. We keep bangers in this squad, so get up on.
I'm sorry, I just did a whole talk on like why financial speculation can lead to ruin, and the first song is called Midas, and you have Raining Bitcoin. I'm not blocking the lyrics. You guys are blocking the lyrics. I'll move you down here.
This shit, we keep bangers in the squad, so get up.
I am blocking the lyrics. I'll just go over here. Fuck. Bitcoin only goes up, unk. Doesn't go only go up. All right.
On this shit, we keep bangers in this squad, so get up on this shit. You ain't living, you ain't rocking if you ain't with it. You ain't living, you ain't rocking if you ain't with it. Take the python and I aim with it. Code your brain with it. Pull the trigger on my distant demon. I'm not joking around, this ain't no Monty. Fuck a prop six and fuck the Santis. We won't ever want to thrive, we're no Illuminati. Fuck the world order, I'm arthritis, this is calamari.
Wait, where's CO from? Where's CO from? Because it's really funny. He's from Sweden. Just a Swedish kid who watches me fucking fuck DeSantis. That's very funny.
Make up to your problems, we relate. Wait the truth and kill the snake. If you fuck with us, you sent to hell.
My tracks, all the others just pretend it's bigger. It's not steel on steel. Crowbar ain't not worth the metal. We gon' band for band. Wait, this golden trends gon' settle. Cause we aim and bar for bar. Wait, this rope ain't neither devil. Our cult went straight Macbeth, where we all just play our parts. Clicking magic tracks in the key of to your hearts. This is where I am, riding in the clown car. Our wrist will never end since we're born under the stars.
Midas the way my tracks going, go no silver medal. Speak with Desha clones, whoa, the only word that they can pedal. Way I flow on tracks, got these rappers upset and disheveled. I don't need to meet your standards, you ain't even A-Cole level. Had to take a moment, you could call it a smoke break. The heat was getting heavy cause all the shit that we make. To be honest, prior to this I wasn't feeling so great. I almost quit this music shit cause music shit don't get paid. Face myself, I reflected with who I am. I had to change who I was and start.
Okay, well, I understand that music shit doesn't get paid, but what if a bunch of people spammed Glizzy alongside your lyrics? Isn't that worth more than any monetary reward? Isn't that every musician's highest goal? Isn't that why like Dizzy Gillespie and Beethoven and all the just greats throughout history, they all got into it for that reason?
Start the rebrand, and who I was could never garner no fans. I stopped focusing on fame and reconnected with the fans. To this day I struggle with myself, but at least I have a plan. To this day I fumble with my help, but at least I've grown to a man, someone that I am proud of, someone who don't live in the hate but takes the time to spread the love. There ain't nobody I'm above except the ones down below. I be thankful to be breathing even if it don't show. I lost family in January, I'm still trying to cope. I'm trying to do it all without depending on the smoke. I was pushing down all my pain, feelings in my throat. I don't believe in Holy Ghost, but I thank the occult. It's the reason why I'm spitting, why I'm always doing the most. Cause if I ain't saying nothing, I'm just being verbose.
There's something real special in a cultish array. The minds all put together in a freakish display. It makes you want to turn your head and block the noise, but the chanting of the people keeps you wanting to stay. At least they did that for me. Collective conscience was great. I felt the unity run through on the impunity day. I felt that life reflected art in a way that I couldn't speak, and so I grabbed the fucking mic and bled my heart out to sing. Gravity pulled me in, my lines are pure Ambrosian. I kiss up to the gods and pray they'll gift me for devotion. The songs stir me to sin, my body's feeling the corrosion. I was the object Newton and his first law said that I'll put to motion to a cult. I deliver my soul, I render myself a puppet for your total control. Become the story of my life for generations to be told. Just like old King Midas, I ignite us to be turned into gold.
What is the way my trash going, go no silver medal. Speak with Desha clones, won't the only word that they can pedal. Way I flow.
Do you think if I play this at Lingus's wedding, it'll be good or bad? Like if I just started it right here and just cranked it up. Just pass me the. Is this like a? Is that okay?
Got these rappers upset and disheveled. I don't need to meet your standards. You ain't even A-Cole level. We keep bangers in this squad. So get up on this shit. Get up on this shit.
Somebody want to invest in Bitcoin. This is what the world sounds like after a whipping. This is how Kanye hears.
All these people try to switch sides, yeah. I'm just chilling here like either was fine, yeah. I don't even know what path to follow. But it's drew me to a boss.
I like that visual. Yeah, it's like the old iPod.
Then I wake up. I'm all prepared.
drug use, though, right?
I hang out with my friends, alright. People say they're sorry, but I don't understand. I'm having parties every day. I have fans.
Melatonin, still kind of bad. You do it every night. It's vitamin D. Okay, that's fine.
Nothing more than stepping stones, stay like accoutrement. Peppercorn take on my lexicon, Szechuan, upper echelon. They loving the Pied Piper, clips in the Pentagon. My story ain't never done, they keep bad, no lips and sound. Pop no pills, but I'm Bradley Cooper with no limits, sir. It's out of my head, I don't really care that I'm innocent. The sound is heaven sent.
He's a big Atrioc fan, JID.
That's it, but I'm dead on side. Fair share of butterfly. To the day, to the lies, I'm hiding from my own side. Binding my own time, clearing out my own crimes. Till then I rhyme, till then I undermine my own efforts to cauterize. Wounds of my chest and they plagiarize. Fashion to be hissed on my tight eyes. Again, hankering for the lip coat, but I got no handkerchief. Pandering to the dojo, but I got no chance to give. Living what I don't know, so I got no life to live. It's all in my head, so it can all go to shit. Yeah, it's almost red, so I better be quick, better be everywhere. Equipment, not that it called doing shit. Every second I'm losing it. Is this real? Is this not? I can't really tell. Are they right when they yell? It's all in my head.
Can I be in a song? Can I do the ad libs? Wait, can I do the Lil Jon ad libs for Ask the Storyteller song? Alright, cool. Living a dream in a way. Living a dream. Honestly, pretty good, to be honest. I'm good. That's not a good. There's no worry about my end. Such a horrendous. It's not how I see myself, nor is it the way. Oh, what is this? Is this Red Dead? The Day It Ends. Written by Stone Ears and Vassbach. Whistle by Jaden. A lot of vocalists here. Little Lee, Stone Ears, Hatness, Confuzzled, Frogman, Oliver, and Sophia. Sophia. Makes sense.
No schedules matching friends. Least I got a stream to watch when the day it ends. First chat ever sent, I bet was glizzy pants. But after that I found my thoughts like grains of sand.
Where should I go? Have you heard about a cold? When you got nowhere to go, they'll take you in. Let my stress be burned away by the coffee. While my newfound friends and preachers all gather round. Let my stress be.
This is an actual cult song. It's like how you, like what they'd say at the fucking compound.
Burned away by the coffee. Throw away life's burdens for that old mooring sound.
This is such a fun intro song, though, I gotta be honest. Like when free chat's still filtering in, I play this. It's actually kind of fire.
Then I joined the Discord and I found myself at ease. So many chatters just like me and Atrioc Maurice. Now I've found some people that I can call my friends. Beyond that, I'll stream to watch when the day it ends. Where should I go? Have you heard about a cold? When you got nowhere to go, they'll take you in. Let my stress be burned away by the coffee. While my newfound friends and preachers all gather round. Let my stress be burned away by the coffee.
I think it's funny that if I just drank like a normal amount of coffee, none of this would exist. It's only because I drink no coffee. Only because I drink zero coffee. That this is like such a fucking... No, it's like, I drink so much. I drink none. I drink none, so it's more to say I drink a lot. While my newfound friends appreciate all gather around. And my stress be burned away by the coffee. It's catchy. I gotta be honest, it's catchy. I feel like once the economy collapses and we all live Mad Max style in the streets, this is gonna really hit. This is gonna be great for when we're all burning. You know what I'm saying? Like this is gonna be really hit. Whistle. Javid in chat said my lips are goated. There's probably a better way to say that. The following content may be disturbing to some viewers. The following audio was recovered from deep inside the coffee compound.
Je sais que je dois croire dans le grand dame, mais je sais pas où le trouver. S'il vous plaît.
Hey, here's an interesting idea. Don't put subtitles here, here, and here. I can't fucking find a spot for my camera. You put it on the bottom now.
Donnez-moi votre sagesse.
Mon fils, l'amour du grand A est présent dans toutes choses. Si tu ouvres ton esprit, la vache te remplira.
You open your mind, the cow will fill you.
Qui t'assaille constamment sera apaisé.
It's a terrible thing to write.
Mais dis-moi, en ce moment, que ressens-tu?
Je sais que ton amour est tourment. Je sais que foi d'amour.
We have a French language community song now.
Ma foi je crois
it's spreading globally, internationally.
Je crois en
What are we looking at here? Oh. A house song? You make a house anime intro? Wow, I'm coming around on anime. So difficult to explain to someone. It's like another layer. Like I really would have a tough time explaining this to somebody in my life. I think even Arius would be kind of tough to explain. Like it's just so many layers deep. show? That's from the actual show? Oh, no. I have to not watch any more House. I don't want to see it. That's the episode I quit. Fantastic, though. Keep Me Up at Night. Keep Me Up at Night is the name of this song. It's got a fucking full-on animation. This is cinema. Cinema. Sigma tanks, never on hats. Well, this is okay. Liquid Death and a Glizzy. Okay. Oh, is it gonna be about me? Is this gonna be about me being late sometimes to stream? Because that's fucked up. Okay? You guys are not opening a fucking closet of Sigma tanks and Enron hats and putting on and then sitting there waiting. It's not. You're not making plans for two. Real talk stream is canceled. This is a real message. This is a fair thing for me to do. I'm making free content on the internet, and sometimes I have to do stuff outside of stream. This is a fair thing for me to do. And so, okay. So I'm to blame for the cultishness because I don't stream enough. And I think I've streamed too much. I think I've streamed too much. That's the problem. Damn, Liquid Death looks good though.
As the sun dips away from the world, frightened by the darkness that unfurls.
Cracking LD right now. He asked if I notice if you're not there. Of course I do. I have a list of every chat's username, and then when I'm streaming live, I check the list of people in chat against that list. It's attendance. And if you don't make it 3 times, that's called a 3-strike rule, and then I send a visitor to your house. So 100% I check. Everyone has to be present. Every single person. If you miss 3 streams, it's a fucking... It's just funny because he looks so sad. It's making me sad. It's like, why is this person, look at his eyes. It's so stupid. Because I didn't go live and tell you the economy's bad. Go watch anime or something. Oh, he's playing blues. No, he's playing... What's he playing? What, Clash of Clans? Oh, it's Farm Merge. Oh, God. Oh, God. Farm Merge Valley. It's a new low. Whoever is merging there must be pretty good at the game. Is that your footage drops, but they'll stop playing Farm Merge Valley. Stop playing Farm Merge Valley.
For 8 p.m. on a Marketing Monday. Atrioc hadn't gone live yet, and I was getting concerned.
It hardly rains in LA, but
I did go
it
live.
felt like the city was crying for a slop. Ever since that group of hooded figures wearing people masks stormed his house, his streams were becoming more infrequent.
Yeah, of course.
It was unclear if they were still there or not, nor was it clear if he was still there or not. And so the questions I had became, who were those people? And where was Atrioc?
Right here.
As I pondered those questions, I stared out at my dingy hotel room. Hazy smoke from my glape blanketed the ceiling.
Oh, it's called a glape.
It was hot, humid, and it reeked of coffee from the 24 cups scattered about. I tried every coffee shop in LA to pick up a lead on our wayward cow, but no avail.
Because I don't drink coffee.
The baristas hadn't seen him in weeks, which was unusual for a guzzler such as him. What could have happened? Did he finally punt it all in crypto? Did his glizzy hands turn to paper? Or could there be something more sinister at play?
Those would be two sinister things already.
On the corkboard plastering the eastern wall of my room, I pinned a new slip of paper to Atrioc's portrait. Homeless. I took a step back to let this new detail assimilate into my curtain-working theory. It was clear that he wasn't living at his home anymore, but the lights in his house were being turned off and on again. So who was staying there?
Right.
Could it be those people, the ones in the masks? Could they be a part of that religious group that keeps appearing?
I'm sorry.
The ACU.
To be clear, we're talking about a cultish group of my chatters invading my home and kicking me out of it so that I become homeless. Is that what the purpose of this song that I'm voluntarily playing on my stream is?
ULT. I knew one thing for certain. I needed to get inside.
Interesting. Seems dangerous. Cool visuals.
I've been up all night, sipping on the lean, talking to these strangers, are they really make believe? I've been up all night, sipping on the lean. No, I'm such a disgrace. Wanna join their praise.
No, they're not. Not recording this.
In the moonlight, my demons come together from the trenches of my mind.
I'm not a real lean sipper, no. I'm part of the drain gang. Banger though, I gotta be honest. I feel like this is equivalent in talent and skill to very simple artists in this genre. We're getting a real cult going. Welcome home. Windows XP.
Hello, can you find us? Hello, can you find us?
such a cool visual. What a terrible photo, though. Don't listen to that profile poster. Oh, shit. This is like the exact music I would listen to while I was using MSN Messenger. Like in the early 2000s. This is... Clippy doing screamo. I'm very excited for the live show, folks. You gotta tune into it. They're real crazy. Live show will be streamed, yeah. We're doing a live show at TwitchCon, but unfortunately tickets are sold out, so watch online. QR codes? The subtitles are in the chat. They're right here. Yeah, that's a throwback. What a cool idea for a video! Good job, Dr. Star. Thinking of ideas. Yeah, tell him, Clippy. Talk to him. So mad at my parents listening to that song. Just headphones on, mad at my dad. We just moved, playing video games. Don't fuck this up. Don't fuck them up. Don't keep them stages. Don't fuck this up. Watch out, flashing lights. Don't fuck them up. Don't keep them stages. Don't fuck them up. I love you, but I broke you. I swear I did not mean to.
too drunk to drive. As the days pass and it feels more like a past.
Sorry, there's so many of these songs are about people sipping lean or doing drugs or too drunk to drive. I'm worried about this cult, you know? I'm worried about this cult and our values.
Desperation makes bad to prove. Panic makes it hard to find no time. And if you lose someone, the
That reflects the streamer. Don't put this on me.
because I fell in love. Don't fuck this up, don't fucking up, don't be contagious. Don't fuck this up, don't fucking up, don't be contagious. Don't fuck this up, don't fucking up, don't be contagious. Don't fuck this up, don't fucking up, don't be contagious. Don't fuck this up, don't fucking up, don't be contagious. Don't fuck this up, don't fucking up, don't be contagious.
This is just a banger. No one would notice if you put this on at a party. No one would notice. No one would notice it's a fucking community song.
Don't be contagious. Don't fuck this up, don't fucking up, don't be contagious. Don't fuck this up,
Someone go to a club.
don't be contagious.
Give this on a USB to the DJ.
Don't be contagious. Don't fuck this up, don't fucking up, don't be contagious. Don't fuck this up, don't fucking up, don't be contagious. Don't fuck this up, don't fucking up, don't be contagious. Don't fuck this up, don't fucking up, don't be contagious. Don't fuck this up, don't fucking up, don't be contagious.
This house is haunted. I get it. Riptide Calavera. It's a pirate song? One of the classics? Wow. Like Paper Mario? Better than most Disney songs. These birds in a fucking movie, dude. Sorry, just quick pause. Just quick pause.
Oh, we'd be alright if there's monkeys in our balls. We'd be alright if there's monkeys in our balls.
Just
we'd be
quality comparing.
alright if there's monkeys in our
Just quality comparing from 3 years ago. Just wondering where we've gotten
balls,
to.
and we'll all bug jump online. And we'll roll the old monkey ball along. We'll roll.
You know what? So good.
Take your eyes off of me. I will part the ways like Moses, lead you to the dark side.
These videos are fucking cool.
And drink with me, I'll race you to the grave. High above the sea, I'm finally free from earthly bounds. I can feel the wind on my face. Her embrace is making rounds over me. The tide is rising, so appetizing.
just feels like a good song from a Disney movie. Like when the hero joins a pirate ship and then the new character shows him around. That's what it feels like to me.
Kickflip on the rip tide. $10 says that you cannot take your eyes off of me. I will part the ways like Moses leads you to the dark side. Take a shot and drink with me. We'll party until death will do us part.
And a trick, matey. Perfect.
Hatmus! Hatmus! Are you there? We were supposed to meet up an hour ago.
Oh, shit. AZ. Sorry.
Oh my god. Are you okay? You look awful.
I think I found something. Come here, look at this.
Hatmus, what happened in here? What have you been doing?
I've uncovered something that goes deep. Like, really fucking deep, I'm telling you.
Okay.
Okay. You know Big A, the coffee cow, right?
Yeah.
Well, recently, a religious group has formed that worships something called the farmer, and that's related to him. And I think that they're using this game, Farm Merge
No,
Valley,
that's so stupid.
as a way to indoctrinate the masses. You can get coffee and cows in it.
Hatmus, what the fuck?
You don't get it. The farmer, farmer, Farm Merge Valley. This isn't happenstance, AZ. This is Bovinian intervention.
You've lost the fucking plot.
Plot?
I actually agree.
Like plot of land? Like the kind that you can get in Farm Merge Valley?
Fuck, wait.
You know what? I'm just gonna go. Alright? We can hang out whenever
You guys
you're
sell
done.
ad space in this album? Is this a fucking...
Whatever this is.
Is this a sponsored
Good
mention
luck
for
to
Farm
your
Merge Valley?
Investigation or whatever.
I'm telling you, man. The truth is out there. And I'm gonna milk it until I've got every last drop.
She bought the farm. Be ready.
Oh shit!
Before I found the bovine, I was wandering aimlessly, floating shore to shore, no paddle on life's endless crystal sea. Then someone spread the word, and Brandon took a hold of me. Now when I die, I'll join that precious farm that ends jubilee.
Praise the cow, the coffee cow. Save me from the stop, now I am holier than thou. Praise the cow, the coffee cow. I'm so glad I found the savior, took that awesome coffee vow.
Make sure you spread the gospel around to everyone you meet. Invite all of your friends to eat the sacred coffee beans. If you bring in 5 calves, you will promote to level 3.
Oh, it's
and
a
then
vocal.
we'll get a baseball cap with a big old letter E.
Right here, baby.
Praise the cow,
Right
the
here.
coffee cow. Save me from the stop, now I am holier than thou. Praise the cow, the coffee cow. I'm so glad I found a savior, took that awesome coffee vow.
The world
makes you
will
wanna
try to
move.
tell you, oh, that coffee cow's phony. You've been tricked into a cult full of lies and deceit. That lying world will do anything to keep you from the coffee. And when they die, they'll burn in hell for all eternity.
Praise the cow, the coffee cow. Save me from the stop, now I am holier than thou. Praise the cow, the coffee cow. I'm so glad I found a savior, took that awesome coffee vow.
Raise a glass for that, folks. Oh God. Every day the same. Got a sad face shot.
Every day the same, he tells shit is on the rise. Every day the same. I watch every stream.
I can't. There's no spot.
Help but feel like a cry.
There's no spot.
Oh, wake up to a stream. Same old routine.
Good timing, but I can't.
I can't seem to
I'm just
get
kidding. I'll move you guys live.
I don't know what's worse.
Don't get sick. I'm gonna move you around.
Market on me. Panic selling all my stock so easily. Every day the same. Big A's got predictions and I've got convictions. Yeah. And nothing ever seems to change. But maybe there's a reason I keep listening. And everywhere I look, I start to believe that every day's the same. Watching stream on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
I do stream all 3 days. All 5 days.
Smarter on a Saturday about how I'll never own a house. No way. All I can do is hope and pray, 'cause every day the same. It says that the market's crashing, inflation is through the sky. Every day the same. I watch every stream he does, and I can't wipe the tears from my eyes. No, no.
I like this one. I want to put this at the outro on Burning Mondays.
Every day the same. Every day the same. My family's taxes fees keep us under poverty line. Every day the same. I watch every stream he does, and I can't keep my grandpa alive. Oh, we will die together, no matter the weather. Big A said inflation will take us down. We will die together, no matter the weather. We can buy a car.
Are you guys doing motion sit? Or what the-
We will die together, no matter the weather. The stocks are all crashing, my checks all bounce. We will die together, we'll be born forever. We watch Atrioc, every day the same.
Now, I don't know who returned a diaper with poop in it. That's crazy. But Amazon did not check it before reselling it. And so this review destroyed their business. American healthcare is not terrible. Well, I mean, it is terrible. It is terrible through and through. It's rotten. They had like examples. Inflation is also a global issue. They had it wasn't even just in America. You got to fully understand that COVID response was an absurd amount of printing from countries globally, and every country is experiencing inflation. Our system is truly. I think all these clips are from the same Monday from the top down to help make people in the middle a lot of money that do nothing.
It's every day the same. Marketing Mondays, what's up, patient? These are a few of my favorite marketing.
This is my mom used to sing to me. Not this song, obviously, but the original. When I was a little kid, she would sing me my favorite things.
Streams, 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 favorite streams, streams.
That's why I call it the Marketing Monday. Yeah, exactly. She said that.
Therapist visits about panic attacks and living conditions, ambition, ignition. It gave me a mission. It's harder to move through the friction. People ebb and fading like anesthetic vision. But the pain stay on the cope, stay awake and use the last of my breath. When I die, I hope the world gon' say, there go ASK. He gon' live for something. There's a man who illustrated. Fuck it, I do it myself. Family ain't measured by wealth. Channel this body yourself and use it as motivation. I look in the man, just spit on yourself. Useless fight for too long. Despite attempts, I ain't moved on. All it tells me is I'm not done. I don't know my why, but I got one. Shoot for the stars, you land on the moon. I do it for legacy. Hard to take lifetimes, find a soul purpose. Got 1,000 years that I've been searching for me, cause I created on narcissists.
True.
Our souls crave attention.
True.
We maladjusted, so we make art and we cry for help and express ourselves through the.
Marketing Mondays, what's up,
It's spitting fire, dude. Absolutely spitting fire.
These are a few of my favorite streams.
Yeah, the reason JID hasn't dropped an album is he's writing big A songs.
Promise to the world to fuck you 4 years old. And 20 years later, we don't speak no more. There's a hole in my heart, I can't feel no more. Cause lately I've been more alone. I got friends that really care, growing family ties, fans who shed some tears that took the weight of the world on my shoulders and helped me to go. I don't know where it's been talking about dope and talking about Quincy and robes. I showed the peak and I hope that bare my soul can help somebody you close. I feel the mere man getting ugly, eagles growing, feeling optimistic. I encourage growth like I really made it. I help them heal like I'm really mended. I keep growing distant, less pen.
I like this song. I'll put this on while I'm working. I like this song. It's a good vibe.
I'm just realist with it.
Fire verse.
My dad always told me not to live for other people, you know, not to judge myself by the validation or praise or even criticism that I get from other people, but it's kind of hypocritical because nothing I ever did was good enough if it weren't exactly to his standards or perfect. So now I can't find satisfaction in just being content with myself, you know? I pretend that I don't need affirmations and I talk about artistic purpose, and at the end of the day, I just want to be accepted, you know? I just want someone to tell me that how I live my life and how I define myself is something that's worth defining.
I gotta say something. It's an incredible song. The chorus doesn't match. The chorus does not match. So you cannot whiplash by, you know, it's like fucking, what the hell? There's no connection. It's an allegory? What's the allegory? Put it on Rap Genius so I can read about it. You wouldn't get it? I'm sorry, I just need a Genius explanation. I need a... Anyway, fire.
When they die,
How to Live Forever.
Worse than ever fading, the thoughts to last forever. If my body when they die, how the fuck I live forever? Echoes when they fade, the spark clear on the mirror. If my soul when they die, of course I live forever. Worse than ever fading, the thoughts
This is me vaping, I think.
If my body when they die, how the fuck I live forever?
Maybe.
Echoes when they fade, the spark clear on the mirror.
I've been feeling light, shit as of late, and it's funny on the same day, people calling me great. This depression shit boosted from like 8 to 10. It's got me wondering now if there's even a point to making friends. It's just more people to disappoint before I make amends. A fake offense or block you all now like I'm on defense, but I guess it depends. Only wear a suit and tux when it comes to an end. Shoot him for a couple bucks, so I pretend when I come in I swear I could hear a pin drop. Looking at me like, don't you know that we close shop? I'm just an extra on set, and so the show stopped. Ratings flops, now the only thing next to my face is the knot.
How I live forever knowing what I fucked up. They told me find my place, a sacred place, and I done usurped too much on my plate. The gluttony just lead to destruct. Self-annihilation, self-reflection, I done reluct.
This cult's falling apart. It's like stages of grief.
Broke, tightly constricted. Checked off the only name on my hit list. The man in the mirror, the only witness to what this is. And even he couldn't care less if you wished it. Lips of death, well he kissed it. And though his brain insisted, his heart knew that he's a sick kid. Spirits never lifted unless it's in the glass, cold as ice when it passed. This is sin at last, waiting for the skipping class to hit the flash. But it runs right through like I made of bones. feeling just as hollow as an evicted home, or like a king who could never sit on throne. Is it possible to be surrounded and still alone?
How does it feel seeing all that I've been? Many vices I have known, such darkness seeping from within, escaping my soul.
Really puffing in that thing.
Feel the echoes in this room. Hear the loneliness as a brew. Like it's like I can't resolve that bitter feud. Why can't I love the people in my life and be content with the things that I do? Why
This is kind of how I felt fighting the lion in Elden Ring, yeah.
what good will I do?
Oh no no.
Just to goddamn off feet. I'm losing touch of what makes it worth it. How you keep taking notes on me, babe. Smiles on your face, babe.
The visuals in this whole thing have been incredible. All the songs are incredible too, but the songs have always been really good, and the visuals keep leveling up.
What's it gonna take for you? What's it gonna take for you?
Think hard, feel tired, think about the future. Is this spice worth all of this drama? Look into the future, lots of problems out there, but I got a feeling you're not to be the wisdom like an old dog. Why don't I know better? Why can't I help myself? Damn my loyalty.
I've been looking back to when we planted our seeds. Now the green is fading from the leaves. No water to a tree, producing nothing but pollution that we breathe. Our bark is getting old. I should cut the root of this relationship. This foundation is drying to the bone, but I needed to survive my photosynthesis. Even though you lie, I might have you supply. Time I kick this body out of my nest and make her fly.
What's it gonna take for you? What's it gonna take for you?
This is a breakup song. This is a song when you break up.
Too much weight will bring you down. Wait too long and then you drown. Doesn't matter if you hear the sound. This tree still falls when nobody is around. And even if I'm not the person that I wanna be, is that a reason to prevent myself from loving me? And if I can't love myself, how can I expect to do the same for anyone else? I mean, only fools rushed in, but I'll be damned if I miss this chance. Can't be too opportunistic in romance. Can't learn to dance without a few toes stepped on. There's honor in keeping that, keeping on, kept on. And when I fall, I get up.
My heart starts falling for you. I'm all up on the floor for you to step on. Step on.
Where do I get this link? It's all going on streaming on Friday, I think. All these songs are on streaming. I think they're all originals too. So.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. At the tone, please record your message.
Hey, it's been a while since we've talked. I wanted to catch you guys up.
Guppy
I found this
fish.
really cool community. It started with
Sends me a bunch of cat photos.
but then we ended up making this big group to fight to get back what we deserved from this big streamer guy. I ended up making some friends with some really cool, some really genuine people that I'd really like to be lifelong friends. And I'm just happy to be a part of it. And I was hoping that if we get in touch, you'd like to come along to a gathering with me. I've got a spare set of robes for you, but also bring cash. There's an entry fee. After that, it's $9.99 a month to hear the good word. There's a cancellation charge that results in exile, but just so you know, we're not.
That's a deal, really. I think how much things cost nowadays. It's Panda, bitch. I definitely didn't call you. It says Atrioc's calling you, but I definitely didn't call you.
It's Panda, bitch. Everyone, come gather round and put your robes on. No plans tonight, let's have some fun. The ritual's about to start, so wear your Nikes. All praise to him, the coffee cow. Atrioc is live on stream, he's marketing. He's drinking coffee, he's drinking coffee. Atrioc is live on stream, he's marketing. He's drinking coffee, he's drinking coffee.
Why are you doing a Luddy at a graveyard?
I'm so fucking cute in my cool robes. So fucking cute, so fucking cute. Ah, so fucking cute in my cool robes. So fucking cute, so fucking cute. Ah.
Blood is thick, but coffee is thicker. Keep us warm through the dark winter. His power great, His mercy endless. Calculus no salvare.
Pentagram on the floor, we gotta express one more. We got stars for the basic white girl. Assuming that nonsense, assuming it's God sense. It's a dream on with the headers like first for the Civil Rights Act. 64, it was snorting the white. I'ma make the hammer clap, get ass guard, go.
Did you say that Martin Luther King was snorting the white before the Civil Rights Act, and that's somehow something to do with coffee cows and this community? And how cute Panda looks in a graveyard doing the Lenny in court robes? Somehow Patrick's involved?
I'm so fucking cute in my cool robes. So fucking cute, so fucking cute. Ah, so fucking cute in my cool robes. So fucking cute, so fucking cute. Ah.
Blood is thick, but coffee is thicker. Keep us warm through the dark winter. His power great, His mercy endless. Calculus no salvare.
It's a 305, I'm tucking in with 5. I expect that ass so fat, it's black and white like I would. I'm printing paper like I'm saying a bitch. I'm chewing green like a bamboo bitch. P-A-N-D, aviators unlocked. Me and you be masturbating my God. Hey, we ain't classy, baby, we get freaky. Fucking from LA to Tuskegee. Hey, ha 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 ha. It's Panda, bitch. All the man jumping all them robes. All the man jumping all that flow. All the man jumping all them robes. All the man jumping all that flow.
Meow. I just play Hitman sometimes and talk about the economy.
I don't really care. Break my chains, I dare you. Take my faith, where were you? Clutching like an heirloom, from forging in your bedroom to filling insane. We keep cooking till it's handled. An unexplained voyage that you can't be part of. Take you by the heart, baby. This is just the start. This shit's not a la carte. From magic in apartments, concerts without artists. We move like a department, and
who made this one? I have a project I might want to work with you on. Who made this part? This is Alphonse? Oh, he's quitting. Well, I need to talk to him. I got a project that is like up the alley of this type of. Give me brain rot.
When I rise in the morning, when I rise in the morning, when I rise, give me brain rot. Give me brain rot. Give me brain rot.
Entirely the goal.
Your healthy thoughts, but give me brain.
Filmed in Hawaii on location with his family. That rules. That does rule. Nothing better than ignoring your family to sit by the ocean and watch the Atrioc VODs, let me tell you.
But give me
too is no headphones. Always gonna watch a Big A clip with no headphones loudly in public. Do it on the bus, do it on the plane. Bring someone in. Full volume to confirm. Yeah, exactly. Send it earlier. That was beautiful.
Hi, welcome to Chili's.
Damn, misspelled Chili's. Non-American check. Clearly, the subtitle person is not.
Enjoy this meal. Let us join hands and give grace. Our farmer who art streaming.
Our farmer who art streaming.
Hollow night be thy gain.
Hollow night be thy gain.
Thy clown will come.
Thy clown will come.
Thy songs be sung.
Thy songs be sung.
As it is on Marketing Monday, as it is on Tuesday.
As it is on Marketing Monday, as it is on Tuesday.
Amu.
Amu.
All right, let's dig in, everyone.
I told you, Finn. It's pronounced Ah-ma, not Amu. You're completely ruining this dinner.
That's why I always hard my girlfriend. I respect the holy glizzy just as much as you. It's not even at math. Everyone's saying.
Oh, now you're going on about how everyone else says you're right. How'd I know you'd bring this up?
Okay, well,
You know
you
what?
two sort that out.
You
I'm
want to
gonna
throw
go
hands? I'll show you the holy glizzy.
Mitch, wait. No. Get down off the table. Oh, God, everyone get down. Just got a glizzy.
Wait, how is a glizzy everything in this fictional
I don't know
world?
how long I have to record this
It's a
before I've got
weapon.
it
It's
back
a
out there.
holy
But I've
symbol. It's
infiltrated
hands.
the
It's
I haven't seen Atrioc yet, but I am getting some answers. It looks like they're being led by someone called the Storyteller. It also looks like they have like a whole zoo in there. There's a frog, a panda, at least 2 badgers, and they even got my dog. I don't really know how. I swear, the more I find out, the stranger it gets. But I'll keep digging.
Is that the Jay-Z music video in the background?
Is that fucking LeBron James?
That's my goal.
Jay-Z,
LeBron James is here?
A LeBron James song called Posterized? I'm playing this when I play ball with everybody on Sunday. This is me playing ball with LeBron James. I am the same height. Okay, so no, it's a song about me falling in love with LeBron James. Okay, that's not where I thought this was going. We're both married, by the way. Me and LeBron are both separately married. Man, I'm kind of cooking him, though. I'm kind of cooking him. Like, he can't guard me. It somehow mixed chilies in with it, too.
LeBron James.
That's unreal. Sigma Farm Profit. That is kind of like a good wallpaper, I do agree.
Share the corn, turn it grass, yeah, we making profits. Milk that cow, baby, yeah, we know we making racket. If these sheep ain't bringing wool, then we get to cracking. If I find cracks in the floor, then bitch we fracking.
Share the corn, turn it grass, yeah, we making profits. Milk that cow, baby, yeah, we know we making racket. If these sheep ain't bringing wool, then we get to cracking. If I find cracks in the floor, then bitch we fracking.
Junday with the diesel, we ain't need no gas. Junday with the diesel, we ain't need no gas. Junday with the diesel, we ain't need no gas. Junday with the diesel, we ain't need no gas. Junday with the diesel, we ain't need no gas. Junday with the diesel, we ain't need no gas. Junday with the diesel, we ain't need no gas. Junday with the diesel, we ain't need no gas.
Share the corn, turn it grass, yeah, we making profit. Milk that cow, baby, yeah, we know we making racket. If these sheep ain't bringing wool, then we get to cracking. If I find cracks in the floor, then bitch we fracking. Share the corn, turn it grass, yeah, we making profit. Milk that cow, baby, yeah, we know we making racket. If these sheep ain't bringing wool, then we get to cracking. If I find cracks in the floor, then bitch we fracking.
And it just kind of rolled. It made sense.
I'm a businessman selling snake oil from the farmhouse. Double Tommy turn you into product, then I up the count. Keep the shell in the road, that's texture, baby, ship it out. Fuck the quality, I'm trying to up my fucking bank account. I'm a businessman selling snake oil from the farmhouse. Double Tommy turn you into product, then I up the count. Keep the shell in the road, that's texture, baby, ship it out. Fuck the quality, I'm trying to up my fucking bank account.
Sheesh. Special thanks to Public Domain Baby.
Panda,
Yeah, I
are
mean,
you stupid?
What?
Are you dumb?
No.
You need to get out of here.
Where?
Don't
Get
you
out
see
of
what
where?
they're
I'm in a
doing
club,
to you?
bro. I'm in a club. I'm having fun.
Fun?
Yeah.
Panda, don't you see, this is a cult.
No,
You're
it's
in
not.
a cult.
No, I'm not in a cult, bro. I know it looks like I'm in a cult, like I'm wearing robes and shit, but promise.
Look, just because they do cocaine here too doesn't make it a nightclub. They're wearing robes. They're burning incense. They're
did
worshiping
whatever they gave me,
farmer.
bro.
Like what is that?
What do you mean, a farmer? No, man. That guy brought that pitchfork in here. He's been here all night.
You need to get out of here. It's not safe.
Well, what are you gonna do then?
I'm gonna try and stop them.
Here today. Like the guy that managed the Backstreet Boys did. Where he took all their profit and he would like somehow turn these albums into
if I die alone, I hope
Isolation
I
in crowds.
Higher power, higher hopes, higher form of being. Higher soul, Ayatollah, I know the treason. My soul is wine red, my nose is bleeding. 5 roads ahead, that's 5 roads misleading. My dose of violence is high voltage seeding. You may know the words, but only I know the meaning. I hold the title that I don't believe in. I lost the finals and trials of feeling, but I saw the vitals and my heart was beating. Quiet, inspired, the fire I'm feeding. The when, the where, the why, the reason.
Coliseum type beat. Do the pose.
Lonely nights I'm wondering, was it time to get them all a bluff? Only when I'm lost and broken, does your company feel not enough? There's no equation, no conversation, it feels forsaken, baby. Tell me all the quiet parts aloud, is isolation in a crowd.
So many people in my DMs, I ain't been hitting them back. Healthy coping, I be vice until that therapy lasts. I ain't seen nothing but peace and family and friends that just wanna help, but I'm so available to people that don't really need me. I feel like a bum when I'm asking help, cause I ain't headed the flaws of my grandfather matched on earth to provide the cost of my happiness. Fuck it, if you make people laugh, then I just sock up the brain rot. They ask me where you get your inspiration from. I took the passion to toad and made it with the love of hip hop. Sanctified it with community built by J-Jax, Nate, and Kobe. I mean, the fucking shack to my drop. I don't need your pity, fool. I know I'm petty dudes. I'm hoping the allegory for a gun and cover truths. I'm hoping the whole of my soul will feel if I got people around me. But it gets harder every day, so I'm being honest.
Lonely nights I'm wondering, was it time to get them all above? Only when I'm lost and broken, cause your company feel not enough. There's no equation, no conversation, it feels forsaken, baby. Tell me all the quiet parts aloud, is isolation in a
Shattered in my mind and escaped from the maze. I got blessed by as like Paul and transformed by his grace. Now I transform my mistakes into learning opportunities. Getting better by the day, but still have massive insecurities. Got a lot of friends, but they don't really hear from me. An extrovert with introverted tendency, and they call this my remedy. Or at least I thought we were chatting out loud. Turns out it was just a diary for my thoughts. Riding the dread my whole life like this Aries. Took my mental health from Klarna and pretended nothing's wrong. Trying to breathe up, but my mind declining like Aries. But my ability to reach ears isn't very strong. Spent my whole life trying to get more people around me. Then I started getting people around me when I got old. Turns out all those people didn't fix the hole in my soul. I'm making my story untold, a story I told.
lonely nights I'm wondering, was it time to get them all above? Only when I'm lost and broken, cause your company feel not enough. There's no equation, no conversation, it feels forsaken, baby. Tell me all the quiet parts aloud, is isolation in a crowd.
Lately I've been feeling isolated in crowds, elated but deflated once they're facing me down. Like everyone is chasing the crown, though making a sound. They're just faker than the playing card that she kept laced in a gown. So now I'm taking this round, yeah I'm taking this shot. Liquor's nice cause it's easier to fake it than rock. Taste it like it's paper v rock, evade it if it's safer v glock. But I'm running out of time on the clock. And so I'm trapped by my own thoughts, lapped by my own loss. Never sure if I do it for them or my own wants. Fitting on your Andromeda chained on your own rock. Try to get back in now but the zone's been locked. My mind just keeps going. No, it won't stop. They don't want to hear you speak if it's broke talk. Like bro, stop. You're a down.
I know we already did this, but it's just so wild to me. This song is quite deep. Has 3 different verses that are extremely deep, and I'm just thinking about baby monkey, ooh ooh ah ah, baby monkey, he rolling a ball. It's just really funny that led to this.
Now let us hear a joke. Knock knock, who's there? Who cares once the truth share dropped?
That was deep too.
Lonely
You
nights
should get
I'm
it.
wondering, was it time to get them all a bluff? Only when I'm lost and broken, cause your company feel not enough.
Thoughtless. Josh Spinell on vocals. Andrew Shank and Ask on production. Griever on guitars and bass. J-Cat on drums.
I feel you around the corner, feel my pulse in my skin. I see you crawling through my message logs to find out where I live. A massive group of strangers, a few seem genuine. Guess friendship does not require treating me like I'm a person. Kindness starts to smell like smoke. Always question the reaction that they are trying to provoke. Maybe you weren't trying to scare me, you're just thoughtless. I can read between the lines. You're not trying to hide and say things you'd never say to a man. Me think you can. Why do you think you can? I'd like to think it's nothing. He's harmless, let it go. So there's a cryptic comment on an old unlisted video. Grappling for attention, a side he didn't show. Started dropping my first name like it's a threat. I can't forget, you know. Kindness starts to smell like smoke. Always question the reaction that they are trying to provoke. Maybe you weren't trying to scare me, you're just thoughtless. I can read between the lines. You're not trying to hide and say things you'd never say to a man.
That dog is a rat bastard. Don't let him fool you. Sweet, I don't believe you.
Trying to scare me, you're just thoughtless. I can read between the lines. You're not trying to hide and say things you'd never say to a man. Me think you can. Why do you think you can?
Ignis
Let go of
nos
me.
expiat.
I'm here to worship the farmer.
You can stop lying and struggling anytime, Happiness. It's pointless.
Good evil voice.
Ask? You're the leader of the cult? You're the storyteller? I mean, it's so obvious, but I didn't think you were this brain rotted.
What can I say? It's Ace K, motherfucker.
How'd you even know I was doing anything? I was so careful.
Oh, I was so careful. You think we weren't careful? Hey, get in here.
Holy shit.
AZ? You were part of them the whole time? You sold me out?
I'm sorry, Hatmus.
Well, I thought this goal was supposed to be good, guys.
Couldn't let you get too close, but you did. I didn't want it to end up like this.
Yeah, I didn't either. You know, for what it's worth, I'm sorry too. Because I'm ending this.
Is that a Glade? Didn't those just get recalled?
Yeah, and for good reason.
He burnt down the acorns with a glade. 1,000 Reel Stare. 1,000 Reel Stare is a fire title. The final song.
Day after day, I just stare at my phone, just to distract me from feeling alone.
Final song of the first album. Okay, I have to pack. I have a flight tomorrow.
Got 5 missed calls last I checked. It was 3. Telling myself no one cares about me. Cares about me.
Angel thumbs.
And I can't decide whether to scream or cry. Guess I'm stuck in this loop
really beautiful song, but I'm worried about the message. Is it trying to imply there's something bad about sitting on your phone and scrolling on 1,000 reels in a row, morning till night? Because I think science has proven categorically that's really good for you. So I just, guys, understand this is satire. This is music. This is not real. Don't take the wrong message from this.
What's with this doesn't happen to me every day and every night. Soon as I start to feel alright, and I in control. All the roads they lead me back.
Oh, it's a metaphor for going outside. I see. That is bad for you, yeah. Frank Ocean hasn't dropped an album in 8 years, and A-Cult dropped 4 in 1. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's not even. That's not an opinion. That's a fact.
Hear the chirping of birds and the sound of winter rains. Sound of wind chimes. Feels like my life slowly drifting away from where I told myself I'd end up someday. End up someday. So again I find myself stuck on replay, watching endlessly until I rot in decay. Close my eyes to imagine worlds where this doesn't happen to me every day and every night. Soon as I start to feel alright, think I've lost control. All the roads they lead me back to where I came from. This rat race shit is getting old.
That's a good line too. Starting to feel like some of the songs aren't a joke anymore. If you ever feel like that with some of these more, in-depth emotional songs, just at your own computer, shout the word glizzy at the top of your lung every third line or something. Just go glizzy, and then you'll then it like, you know what I'm saying? Then it's a joke. Someone said, What's craziest would do numbers on TikTok? It would. That's the funniest part. There's so much content on TikTok which is about how much people don't like scrolling on TikTok. this would be fire on TikTok. What a beautiful album! What a beautiful, emotional, powerful Glizcore album. Complete with skits. It was funny. I laughed. I cried. I enjoyed it. The artists of this community are clearly evolving and maturing and growing and forming friendships and building stuff ever farther beyond what I ever could have imagined. And it's beautiful and it's awesome and it's really cool and we're very lucky to have them in this community. And I appreciate people that do this very, 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 very much. I will absolutely listen to part 2. And if I didn't think that it would take a long time, I would do it tonight. But I do have an early flight tomorrow, much earlier than I thought. And I do need to pack. I need to pack and get ready and walk my dog and do a bunch of things. I really appreciate it. I will watch this album part 2. And I encourage all of you to tune into our live show around TwitchCon. All of these talented artists will be there doing amazing things. If you're going, I'll be happy to see you in person. It's going to be really fun. And please, 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 please check them out on streaming this Friday. All these beautiful songs. I'm sure no matter what your music type, you're going to find one of these songs that's the actual banger for you and you can put in your playlist. Thanks again to them. Really, really awesome. It adds such a, I don't know, the beauty's not the right word, but a depth or something to this community that I have done nothing to deserve. But it's awesome. And it really, I appreciate it. And I think it attracts some interesting and thoughtful and sensitive people with different viewpoints that make it better, make the whole community better. So much, much appreciated. I'm going to go get ready. I'm very excited to spend this weekend cosplaying with my wife. I'll be streaming that as best I can from my backpack. So tune in and check that out. And if you're looking for just yapping or gaming or marketing, that'll return next week. So bye. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you. Much love. Sincerely. And check out all their stuff. I will raid. Actually, I'll raid no one. Watch however you want. Watch however you want. Goodbye.